Dwight Butler. What? Kevin and Z. Or Dwight Butler catcher. Ali Bethel. Yeah, boy, they're pretty good.
That's what that is, you know. That you give Bahamas, you know, right? Not here. Yeah, man. No. It's not that. Yeah, but the line is came Bahamas. And Neils, you know, and Kana is came Bahamas. You only don't care about Bahamas.
He went off it.
Broadwood pitching. Still leadoff batter, right? It's Andros leadoff batter.
Shut out. Hey, Brad?
Huh?
You saw the 6-3 put up?
Yeah, I got that. Oh. Woody Park boy, that's ground ball and finger. Oh yeah. Okay, we got left-handed hitting Teran Wood, the center fielder of the Andros team, at the plate with one down, bases empty here in the first inning. Ground ball on the right side, one hop to the first baseman. Nice easy play, steps on the bag for the out. That's Kevin Wilkinson there, stepping on the bag for the unassisted play and the out. UNA on the 3, we call it on the score sheet. 2 down now as we play the top of the first inning here. Just getting started in the gold medal clash here in baseball at the Andre Rogers Baseball Stadium. We're rocking down here tonight. Of course, competing with all the other venues in the QE Sports Center complex, but there's baseball tonight, and a lot of baseball fans are out for this one. The gold medal showdown. Grand Bahama and Andros. We've got a new rivalry brewing here. And thank you, Phil. We're right in the top of the first inning, and right now you're watching some of the action. 2 down, nobody on for the New Providence, for the Andros team. They're wearing orange, not red. And we've got a new rivalry of sorts here at the Andre Rogers Baseball Stadium for the gold medal clash tonight. And we have it for you right here on Channel 13. We see the runner at second base right now. That is Kevin Hinsey, the DH for Andros, and getting to second base on that miscue there. With 2 down now and a runner at second base, Andros looking to try to put something on the board early against this Grand Bahama team. This Grand Bahama team can be very, very pesky. We had a chance to see them play at least 2 of their games, this Bahamas games, and they've been very, very tough. Ivan Francis joins me here at the broadcast stand out front of the announcer's booth tonight as we enjoy the action here at the Andre Rogers Stadium. And that pitcher steering in for the sign is Anthony Fox there, and he'll be pitching right now to the cleanup hitter, Dwight Butler, who leads this team in batting average for the Bahamas games, I do believe. Is that right, Ivan?
Yeah, Brad. Dwight Hanna does lead the league right now, and he's hitting in the number 4 spot for the Andros team.
And he hits one on the ground on the third base side. The nice barehanded pickup by the third baseman there. Throw to first base. A little sound fundamentals there. Opie Cooper making the play at third base. And the nice toss over to first for the third out of the inning. And we're just getting started here. Top of the first inning. The gold medal run here. And just for those of you just joining us from the soccer stadium just nearby, Thomas A. Robinson Stadium, it's time for us to play baseball. We've got the gold medal game for you tonight right here on Channel 13. And you know what? That New Providence matchup between, well, I guess it's the rivalry, New Providence and Bimini, not really much of a game.
Well, Bimini went down early in the game, and I think what happened is they never regrouped, and New Providence was able to take advantage of it, and subsequently the score ended up 16-1. I think what has happened to Bimini, like I said, they just fall apart during the third inning when New Providence came up with about 6-7 runs in that inning, and they never looked back.
Actually, it was 9 runs in the second inning, and then they just kept pouring it on. 1 home run in the game came off the bat of Darrell Ranger, by the way, and Felipe Sweeting got the win. If you're wondering, in that ball game, went the distance, striking out 5 of the Biminites. Boy, Bimini far short of what they're used to having coming down to the Bahamas games in terms of competition. Didn't seem to have that fire.
Well, for some reason, Brad, I think what happened when they played their first game and they lost their first game with all that anticipation, everybody was looking out to see Bimini come out and play a good, solid game, and they weren't able to do that. And I think what happened was that it just carried over onto the rest of the tournament.
And who's got the ball for Andros tonight on the hill?
Brad Wood.
That was not even a guess. You knew almost right away.
The thing is, I tend to get the inside scoop when it comes down to who's doing what in baseball. So, you know, it's just the way that I go about getting my inside scoop. And I was able to know for a fact that Brad had the ball tonight, which is a good decision. I spoke to Nugget Neely earlier, and he told me how he's going to take everybody off guard and throw Brad tonight. And I think Brad will probably give him a good game.
Well, Brad is a smart pitcher. I mean, he's going to keep the ball. He's going to try to keep the ball in the park. That's for sure. He's going to get a lot of ground balls. And I do believe he's going to throw a lot of off-speed pitches.
Yeah, well, Brad has a variety of pitches. Brad could turn the ball over, throw a curveball at you, and he got a relatively good fastball. So you can look to see Brad changing pitches speed, and being very effective against this Grand Bahama team.
Well, let's watch the action for you right now. We'll just take it down into the field. It's a nice shot there of the Andre Rogers baseball diamond. Of course, the park in pretty decent condition, and I'll tell you this, a lot of work went into getting the parks prepared for the games, and this QE Sports Center complex very, very busy over the last 7-8 days or so.
Oh, boy.
Then we had the workmen working overtime to get it ready for the Bahamas games, and I mean, you have a choice. You come here, watch baseball, you take a few steps down the way and you enjoy that soccer game. And I tell you what, we've got more than your fair share of action down here tonight, that's for sure. The gold medal is on the line as we go to the bottom of the first inning, in the person of Ricardo Martin, the center fielder, leading it off for Grand Bahama right now against Brad Wood. For Brad Wood, the pitcher for Andros. Ricardo Roll will follow, then Ivan Saunders, the left fielder, in that order, the right-handed hitting center fielder right now, Ricardo Martin. You just saw a shot of him just now. Where's number 10 on his uniform? Here's the rock and the pitch by Brad Wood, low and inside. He's going to throw a lot of off-speed pitches, as I told you. He's going to try to keep the hitters off stride. And you know what? I don't know what kind of a fastball he has, but I don't know if he'll be popping too many of them tonight.
Well, Brad isn't the type of pitcher who has an overpowering fastball that can get by you for every trip. He's going to spot pitch that fastball, keep it away from you, and keep the ball in the
Well, there's a shot in the gap, right center field, baby. That's going to the wall. I want you to believe it. Here comes the turn by Martin. He's going to go for 2 at least, and he's going to hold. Here comes the throw back into the shortstop, cutting it off there. Tell you what, that ball was pretty well hit. He just drove that baby. I mean, he jumped all over that.
Well, Martin is the leadoff batter for the Grand Bahama team, and he has been in the leadoff spot for some time now. He bats .316, bats from the right side, but Martin is what you consider to be a relatively good leadoff hitter.
Well, defensively for the Andros team, boy, out there in that outfield, in right field, they've got Ali Bethel out there. And the center fielder tonight for Andros is Teron Wood. And playing left field is Leslie Truck Johnson. There's a set by Brad on the pitch. Swing and a miss by Ricardo Roll. He's got to try to see if he can get his team on the board early. I mean, in a gold medal game, of course, you know, you want to start some excitement early for your team. You got to get rolling as quickly as you can, because who knows, anything can happen.
Well, obviously, Brad, I think what happened is Ricardo knows is a type
Well, there's a fly ball to deep left field. That's way back, and that might make it into the swamp area. That's beyond the paved area out there. Number 20 just stepped into that ball. It was long gone, and I mean, he hit it high and a mile high and out of the park.
Well, as you know, Ricardo Roll right now is leading the Grand Bahama team in batting. Right now he's batting .750, believe it or not. He's 12 for 16 with 8 runs scored. And this is his first home run for this tournament, but he has always been a force to reckon with.
Well, here's that good swing. See, he head down, and he went down with the ball. You see that?
And Brad
Step on the drive, and that ball went into the lights, baby. And I want you to believe, Truck knew, and we knew that that one was long gone. Go get the ball, and let's trade in for a hot dog. Let's send somebody to get it for us. Man, that's I'd say at least 350 down the line out there. He hit that ball out of the park and takes a nice slow trot around the bases there. Now Ivan Saunders, the hitter, and he hits one down the left field line that will be foul. So quickly, Andros strikes for 2 runs. It's 2-0 Andros in the bottom. It's 2-0 Grand Bahama as we play in the bottom of the first inning. Now, this Grand Bahama team, we had a chance to see them a couple of times, and we know that they are very, very tight unit. They play fundamentals, and it's going to be tough to beat them if you give them a nice lead.
Yes, Brad, I spoke to the manager, Alonzo Pratt, earlier, and he was telling me the way he's so pleased with the discipline the team has traveling here to the Bahama game as a unit, the way the teams stick together, and they're playing good ball, and he really is pleased with the way the guys are playing and staying together and as a unit right here.
Well, their softball team's having no luck at all at Churchill Tenor, that's for sure. That's a shot off the third baseman's glove. There's a step, the throw, he picks it up, and it's going to be not in time. Man, oh man, did he hit that ball on the nose. I'll tell you what, Brad Wood is being rocked here in the first inning, that's for sure. Kevin Thompson had no chance at third base, trying to make that play for Andros at third. And just like that, I'll tell you, the Andros team having some problems here in the first inning.
Oh, Brad, the hardest thing you can do, as you see the shot off the third base glove in slow motion there, he picked it up, but unfortunately he wasn't able to make that play. Ivan Saunders, one of the fastest guys you can find on that Grand Bahama team.
Well, I tell you what, Lyndon Richardson is the hitter now. He's the DH in the lineup. He's the cleanup hitter, and he's as dangerous as they come.
Well, speaking about Lyndon Richardson, right now Lyndon Richardson is batting .444. He doesn't have any home runs in this tournament, but he do have 5 RBIs. And if you're looking for a guy who could really drill the ball out of the park, you're looking at him right now in the likes of Lyndon Richardson. We call him Ping.
You talk about the speed of Saunders, and you see Brad Wood must have known it. He's checked the scouting report himself, and he does his homework. So he can keep the runner close. That runner's going. Here's the throw down to second base. Not even close, is it? He's out of there at second base.
Well, Brad, I noticed that Alonzo Pratt is not playing too conservative tonight. He's giving the green light to the base runners, and he wants to steal a few bases. But fortunately, Butler, the arm of Butler, the catcher, was able to gun Ivan down. As you see it here in slow motion, it wasn't a good pitch that Ivan went on, and Butler making that super throw. Ivan trying to dive in, and it was a good call by the umpire, Mr. Cox. He's out of Grand Bahama.
Boy, that play looked closer from here. On the live, on the replay, you see how that ball really beat him.
Well, Brad, I know all the folks back in Grand Bahama, they tuned into us tonight, because earlier today we had people calling in and wanting to find out if we were bringing this game on television live. Yes, we are bringing it here live from the Andre Rogers Baseball Diamond, Channel 13, Ivan Showtime Francis, along with Brad Hanna, and we're bringing it to you. I promise it to you, Grand Bahama, and it's here.
Well, I tell you what, this team trying to atone for the sins of the Grand Bahama men's softball team. They've been having a tough time all during the Bahamas games, and we'll see what happens. Andros, though, this is an historical game, by the way, for those of you wondering the significance. Not only it's a gold medal game, but it's significant. These two teams have never met for a medal in the Bahamas games ever. We've always been used to seeing New Providence, and the fact that New Providence is not in the gold medal game is history in itself. And Bimini is not here, and that's another first in the Bahamas games. And here we are right now playing Andros, playing Grand Bahama.
Yes, Brad, what happened? What makes this Bahama game so interesting is that you can't sit back and figure a particular team would win softball or another team would win baseball. We're having a lot of upsets, I mean, from start to finish, so ain't nothing here is automatic. You got to come out and really play in order for you to be a good contender throughout the Bahama games.
Well, speaking of not being automatic, Opie Cooper isn't an automatic out, that's for sure. He's the hitter coming up right now for Grand Bahama, the third baseman, and you better pitch carefully to him with one down, a run at first base, and 2-0. The Andros team, the Grand Bahama team leading Andros. Andros cutting out some work now here in the first inning. Brad Wood, he knows that the ball is being hit really hard. He's got to be very careful with these guys. Now, the top of the hitting order really hitting the ball hard. Even the out was a hard hit ball.
I agree with you, Brad. And speaking of hitting the ball hard, O.P. Cooper hit a 420-foot straightaway center in the game earlier today. 3-run shot. And he made it clear to me that he want his old man to know, even though his old man is somewhere watching softball, to let his old man know that he hit that one for him.
Well, let me tell you something. We'll see what he does here right now. As Wood sets, here's the kick and the pitch. Hey, that's a called strike, curveball right in there. As this Andros team, let me set them for you defensively on the infield. At third base, we told you it's Kevin Thompson. Playing second base tonight is Andre Wood. The shortstop, of course, is Julian Pratt. The first baseman tonight is Ramon Johnson, and doing the pitching is Brad Wood. Doing the catching tonight for the Androsian team is Dwight Butler. There's a shot into left field, and there's the base hit. They're all over Brad Wood here in the first inning. The runner at second base will take that big turn, and he'll hold there wisely at second base. Lyndon G. Richardson thought about it, but then he'll hold. And that solid single off the bat of O.P. Cooper as we go to the sixth hitter in the lineup here in the bottom of the first inning for Grand Bahama.
I know Champy is probably proud of the way how this game started off. They jumped on Brad Wood very early with that shot by Ronaldo Roll, and O.P. Cooper and all coming back, hitting good shots. Lyndon Richardson was able to get a base on ball. I think Champy really should feel comfortable right here.
What makes Grand Bahama dangerous right here now, there's a curveball right at the lettuce for a called strike. What makes them dangerous here is the fact that you give them a lead, they're tough. When you're trailing by, when they're trailing by 1 or 2 runs, they hang in there. They're pecking away. They're tough. They play fundamental. There's a pop-up.
Like Lundy, the manager told me earlier today before the game,
Out of play.
the gold medal game, he was saying he loved the kind of discipline that the team played and the way they stayed in every individual game. They never gave up even when they got beat. They never gave up. They continued to play fundamental ball, and they tried to stay within the game, and that's a mark of a good team.
Well, the thing about it is they're very well disciplined, and I want you to believe that they will not say die. Right now, they're nursing a 2-0 lead as we play here in the home half of the first inning. Andros going down pretty quietly in their half of the first, and Brad Wood knows now that he doesn't like what he's seeing right now, and he's probably one of the guys who would be criticizing him. He'd get on his own case more than anybody else, and he'll be right now saying, well, you know something, and he knows when it's time to get out of the game.
Well, I think if Brad give up another hit right here, he just made a balk. If he give up a hit right here, you'll probably see Andre Wood. I spoke to Andre earlier, and Andre was telling me this is the gold medal game. They're not going to stay with one particular pitcher that long. So if the pitcher gets in trouble, they're going to bring out all the big guns.
And Brad Wood is also a key guy. I mean, you keep him around, you'd love to see him play some defense for you.
Oh, most definitely.
Well, here's the rock and the dealing from Wood. There's a shot to center. That ball is pretty well hit. Right center field. Right fielder's over there. Makes the catch. A run will score. Right fielder drifting over there. Ali Bethel making the catch. A run comes in. It's 3-0. Sacrifice fly and the RBI for Grand Bahama's Rafael Saunders.
That's what you want to do right here, Brad. You want to drive the ball. If you don't get it in the gap, you get a sacrifice and the run scores anyway.
Ivan Saunders coming in to score that run. Beg your pardon, Lyndon Richardson coming in to score the run. Runners at just a run at third base now with 2 outs. There's that swing by Rafi Saunders there. That ball drilled to right field. And the right fielder coming over right there now to squeeze it. Bethel making the catch and a throw back in. And by that time, the runner comes across to score, Lindy Richardson. Here's the pitch now. Swinging, there's a dribble on the third base side. That'll be foul. That's off the bat of Kevin Wilkinson. He's the first baseman for Grand Bahama tonight. And with 2 down, that runner at third base, 3-0 Grand Bahama jumping on top of Andros early here at the Andrew Rogers Baseball Stadium. Well, rain created some problems a couple days ago out here for baseball in the Bahamas games. Since then, we've been okay.
Oh, man, I tell you, Brad, at one point I was kind of concerned. I was thinking about whether we would have been able to fit these games in. But fortunately, man, we had a super week in spite of it all.
Here's the pitch. Slow it outside. This is for the gold in baseball in the 5th Bahamas Games. Grand Bahama looking good so far. Here's the pitch. Checked his swing. It didn't miss by much.
I think Brad was a little upset with the umpire. Pitch seems to be right there for Brad, and unfortunately for him, he didn't get the call. I think what is happening right now is he's kind of a little upset. I know how it is to be out there on the mound, and you're getting hit, and you think you're throwing strikes, and the umpires are not calling them. You would get frustrated.
Here's the pitch. Check his swing again. That's a ball, and it's ball 4.
But being the veteran that Brad Wood is, he would probably find a way to regroup. But Brad Wood is the kind of a ball player that you would want to emulate. I mean, this guy has been playing ball for years. I've never seen him really being thrown out of a game or
loses cool, huh?
Yeah, Brad Wood. I mean, he plays hard, and you know, he give it all he got, but he always stay within himself.
Well, there's a pickoff move to first base. Runner gets back. Carlton McIntosh is the hitter. He's the right fielder for Grand Bahama tonight. As Wood looks in for that sign again from his catcher. Gets the one he wants. Now he's going to check the runner anyway.
Well, Carlton isn't a regular player on the team, but he plays a role on the team. Like, for instance, right now he's batting 2 for 2. Once in the pinch hitting situation, and he started a game. He got 2 walks, and also he got a base hit and went 1 for 1. So right now he's 2 for 2, and if you want to say it unofficially, he's batting 1,000.
Well, here's the set. The check of the runner over the shoulder. Now Brad Wood's going to step off. You know, he's got that runner at third base and a runner at first. 2 down here in the first inning. Grand Bahama leading 3-0. Here's the pitch. There's a call strike on the big bender. I'll tell you, the power of one Ricardo Roll.
Ricardo Roll, little guy, but oh, he has power. Would you believe, Brad, right now Ricardo Roll is batting like 750?
Wow, I'm not surprised.
In this tournament, when I saw it, I couldn't believe it myself.
Carlton McIntosh rips one to short.
Ooh.
Fielded nicely on his knees by the shortstop, Julian Pratt there. The nice flick to second base for the putout on the force there. 6-4 for the putout, and the inning is over. But not before Grand Bahama does some damage. Thanks to that leadoff single by Ricardo Martin. Ricardo Roll following with a 2-run shot to left field. And there's the ground ball to the shortstop, Julian Pratt. The nice flick to second base for the force out. And we've completed 1 inning from the Andre Rogers Baseball Stadium now in the gold medal hunt. Tonight, it's Grand Bahama 3, Andros 0.
Let's start the rally, Ali. Let's get the three back. Let's get the three back. They over three. They too fresh.
They ain't playing that. Okay, we go to the second inning now.
They too fresh.
Top of the second inning, second shot at Cox now for the Androsians tonight. Let's see what happens here. Andros, I don't know if you can call them the favorites here. Grand Bahama would hate to hear you say that. Here's the pitch. That's a little low and outside. It's the 5th, 6th, and 7th hitters for Andros in this inning. Here's the kick on the pitch by number 15. That's high, a fastball there. Right-handed hitting.
Dwight Butler.
Dwight Butler. There's the pitch. There's the call, strike fastball, giving him the hard stuff. Anthony Fox just bringing it there. Says, hit me if you can. Here's the pitch. There's a pop-up on the right side of the infield. First baseman going over, giving chase, says, I've got it, got room, and he dropped the ball. Kevin Wilkinson had room, couldn't hold on, so he gives the hitter new life. Tough play. He had a nice long run for the ball, but he got to it. He should have held it. Once that ball touches your glove, now you give the hitter new life. Chance to do it again. Dwight Butler, Ali Bethel, or Ramon Johnson. This is Ali Bethel at the plate. Here's the pitch. There's a shot to right field. That's in there on one hop for the base hit. Ali Bethel leads off with a solid single to right field. Off Fox, and we'll see number 20 now. Ramon Johnson. Ramon Johnson.
Yes, Brad, Lamont Johnson. Right now, he's currently batting to 250. So far in the tournament, he hasn't had any home runs, but he do have 2 RBIs and was up at the plate 12 times, and he scored 4 runs. 250 in baseball is a relatively good average. Not necessarily very good, but it's a steady average to have.
Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, way behind that fastball. Ramon Johnson is the first baseman for the Andros team.
Lamont Johnson, as the scouting report will say, he loved the ball low and inside. He likes to pull the ball to the right side. So if he hit the ball, more than likely he'd be hitting it to the right side.
Swing and a miss and a high, hard one. And struck him out. Johnson goes down on strikes, and Andre Wood will be the hitter now.
Andre Starwood, who pitched the game to advance to the gold medal game. I spoke to him prior to the game, and he was telling me about being ready to come in on relief if Brad were to get into
Well,
problems.
they probably will use him. Got a lot of talent on this Andros team. Here's the set. Check of the runner, and the pitch is high and inside. Backed him off the plate a bit. After Andre Wood, there'll be Leslie Truck Johnson. Wood is playing second base tonight. Here's the set by Fox. And the pitch. Popped him up foul. Should make it out of the stands, and out of play. This Grand Bahama team defensively, as you know, Fox is doing the pitching. Doing the catching is Javier Bowe. First baseman is Kevin Wilkinson. Playing second base is Rafael Saunders. Andros tonight for Grand Bahama. And the shortstop tonight for Grand Bahama is Ricardo Roll. That's the guy who blasted that 2-run home run deep to left field. He's the one responsible. And let's see, with one down now and a runner on for Andros, here's the pitch. Just outside.
Brad Wood.
Andre Wood is the hitter, right-handed hitter. Jackie Wright occupying the first base coach's box. He keeps a close eye on this team. There's the pitch, high.
I think for Jackie not playing tonight, he probably is maybe nursing an injury or something, because these are the type of games that Jackie Wright loves to play in. You're talking Bahama game, gold medal. Jackie Wright would want to be here.
Well, I'll tell you one thing, if he's needs be, he'll be in a pinch hitting role.
Oh, most definitely.
Here's the pitch. There's a ground ball out to short. By the shortstop and into left field. Now, you should have kept that one on the infield. Tough play, though. Headed for the hole all the way, but I mean, he had a chance. The shortstop I'm talking about for the Grand Bahama team, Ricardo Roll, tried to backhand that ball, but just waved at it, watch it go by. The left fielder, Ivan Saunders, bringing it back in. So runners are at first and second with 2 outs. A little something going for Andros, trailing 3-0 here in their second inning.
Well, Brad, you know, Andros is a veteran team, and they're not going to roll over and play dead. I think these guys are thinking about coming back and maybe putting 2 or 3 runs on the board and stay within striking distance of the Grand Bahama team.
Well, this guy right here is no stranger to the game at all. Leslie Truck Johnson. Here's the pitch. High and inside. It's 1-0. Runners at first and second. Kind of sets the table for Leslie Johnson here. He's a dangerous hitter. I mean, you don't come down in his wheelhouse.
Oh, yeah.
He's got great strength.
Truck has been around for a while. One thing I can truly say right now about Truck Johnson, he's doing something that I always dream about doing. He's playing baseball with his son.
There you go.
His son is playing first base, and he's in left field.
That pitch is a ball to Truck Johnson. He's got a good stroke there.
And he's
Leslie Truck Johnson.
And he's also Jamal Johnson's father.
Right, they call him the Truck. Where did he ever get that name from?
I have no idea. When I met Truck, I met him.
I need to find out why they call him Truck. Truck Johnson. Here's the pitch. Boy, that's the hard stuff coming from Fox just now. And we have one down, first and second. Base running situation for Andros here as we play in the second inning.
Brad, it's a beautiful night for baseball, I must add, and I notice a lot of fans are coming in now, probably from away. Probably from away across the softball diamond, but we do have some fans coming in slowly. I think Champy Alonzo Pratt is kind of concerned now. He's calling timeout. He wants to come over and have a word with his young pitcher. To find out if everything is going smoothly.
Well, they got one thing about this Grand Bahama team. They're not going to let it get out of hand here.
No, it's not like you play best out of 7 where you can kind of feel out for the first game or two. It's like now or never, you know.
Man, they've got a big conference going on there. This is like a meeting at the United Nations. Everybody's out there. We've got the catcher out there. We've got the manager coming out. He's quite confident about his team's winning tonight.
Oh, Alonzo Pratt?
Yeah.
Well, Alonzo Pratt told me he promised the people back in Grand Bahama that he's settling for nothing other than the goal.
I know it.
And I asked him where did he get that assumption from, because these guys are no rollover, nothing you can just roll over. And he said to me, Ivan, you just sit back and watch. And here it is. I'm sitting back and I'm watching Alonzo Pratt in Grand Bahama.
Kevin Thompson looks at a curveball inside. This guy, Fox, is a young guy.
Yeah, during the time that I was in Grand Bahama playing baseball, Fox was one of the little guys running around, getting the foul balls. He reminded me of Jello, who's now playing with the Atlanta Braves.
There's a strike call. The count evens now at a ball in the strike.
So that says a lot for the Grand Bahama program that they have now, where the youngsters are getting opportunity to come out here and play with the big guys. And I mean, I don't think this guy is no more than about 17 or maybe 18 if you would have asked me.
Well, Grand Bahama's going to concede a run here, obviously, because the infield, even on a ground ball in the infield, they're playing pretty straight away, and the infield straight up and the outfield straight away as well. And what they're figuring is, okay, we're leading 3-0. We'll concede a run on a ground ball in the infield.
I think on a ground ball on the infield with one out, they'll probably go for the double play right here, depending on where the ball is hit.
Well, let's see. Here's the rock and the pitch from Fox. Inside, he's looking and asking for trouble here now. 3 balls and a strike.
I think what is happening to Fox right here is he's trying to find his groove. I think what happens to a pitcher is he needs to get into that groove of just consistently throwing strikes, and I think Fox is right now having little problems getting
And the
that
pitch to
together.
Kevin Thompson. Oh man, that didn't miss by much. And one thing he didn't want to do is walk in a run, and he just did. He forces in a run. Ali Bethel comes in to score. And Andros in business now here in the second inning, hitting the scoreboard. It's now 3-1. And you see Fox here scratching his head. He's wondering, what am I going to do now to throw a strike?
Like I tell you earlier, Brad, this is the gold medal game, and none of the managers are taking no chances.
Well, Fox is gone.
If you get into some problems tonight, there's no tomorrow. Alonzo Pratt tell his young pitcher, hey, good try. You did a good job for us so far. We got to get two people out. We got to call to the bullpen right here.
Well, this might be your good friend Calvin Fowler, I believe.
Calvin Fowler is coming in the game.
I do believe they shouted for him from the bullpen. Let's see if he's the guy they're going to use tonight in relief here in the second inning.
Well, if Calvin Fowler comes in the game, Brad, you're talking about a little guy weighing about 100 and maybe 25, 130 pounds. And you know what? This guy has all kinds of heat. And I understood he developed a curveball, but he hasn't mastered it as yet. But he has a very good fastball. And watch me, he's going to beat a lot of batters with that fastball.
Well, I'll tell you this. Andros right now down 3-1, and they're in a good situation to get back in this game right here with 1 down. Bases loaded, and they're going to the top of their hitting order right now, the person of Julian Pratt, the shortstop, followed by Teran Wood, the center fielder. So they're in business as far as the lineup is concerned. All they need to do now is get these guys to make contact, and they'll be right back in the ballgame. A 3-1 deficit is nothing big early in the game, especially here like in the second inning. And as we told you, this is a gold medal run here. Every run counts.
Oh, yeah. Now, Julian Pratt is right now leading, would you believe it, the Andros team in hitting. He's right now currently batting .533, and Julian is the kind of hitter who sprays the ball. He's not a dead pull hitter. He goes to the opposite field at times, so he just, like Charlie Mackey would say, he just goes with the pitch.
Well, let's see what happens now. He's going to wait for this pitch from Fowler now. Here it is. Here's a strike coming with the heat right at the knees.
Like I tell you, Brad, this guy could heat it up. Now, the thing for him to do is be able to spot that fastball. He just can't throw it in the harder plate because Julian is a fastball hitter. So you don't want to just throw it right there to Julian.
Fowler looking in for the sign. This could be danger zone for him. Here's the pitch. Swing and a foul back out of play on a high, hard one.
Like I tell you, Brad, this guy has good heat. And he's going to take a few batters off a stride from that Andros team because he really got a good moving fastball.
Well, a lot of teams doing very well in the Bahamas games. Thank you very much. And that's why tonight, history in the making with this particular showdown for the gold medal.
Oh, yeah.
2 teams playing, and we don't see New Providence on any of the uniforms.
Back in around about the 1st, 2nd of July, if you were to tell me this, I probably wouldn't believe it.
You wouldn't listen to me at all, would you?
No, New Providence not being in the hunt for the gold medal, no way.
Well, Grand Bahama are believers. I want you to believe that.
Oh, yeah.
And Andros right now trailing 3-1 with the bases loaded and 1 out. They want to get back into this thing right now. Here's the pitch. Hit on the ground to short. Shortstop fields. Here's the throw to second base for 1, and a slide, a hard slide there by that first runner coming from first to second to break up that double play. Julian Pratt hit it hard, but right at the shortstop for the 6-4 force. Out number 2.
Well, one of the things they will teach you, Brad, going into second base, you got to break up that double play, and it could be an important factor because had they turned over the double play, then the run wouldn't have scored.
It's 3-2 now. That was Andre Wood breaking up the double play there. Here's the pitch now to the left-handed hitting Teran Wood. What a swing. Swing and a miss. It's strike 1. Runners at first and third now with 2 outs for Andros. They're trailing 3-2.
Teran Wood, currently batting in this tournament 364. So he's the kind of guy who has been putting the ball in play.
There's a swing and a miss.
Well, like I tell you, Brad, this guy could really heat it up. The thing now, what he needs to work on as a pitcher, is that curveball. I think right here now, after showing that hard fastball, he's going to come back with a curveball, but it isn't perfected as yet. Like he said to me, he told me, he said, man, I said, you still got that fastball? He said, yeah, and I got a curveball to go with it now.
Here's the pitch. Ooh. Inside, brushed him back. I thought it got a piece of him just now, but obviously not. That run at third base, there's Leslie Truck Johnson, by the way. The runner at first.
Brad, I heard a little jungle music in the back there.
Is Julian Pratt. Where's number 5 on his uniform, Teran Wood, the center fielder, grounded out unassisted to first back in the first inning for the Andros team. Here's the set and the pitch by Fowler. Fastball is lying to right field. That's in there for a base hit. Right on the line and down into the corner. Here comes Truck Johnson to score. Here comes Julian Pratt around third. They're going to wave him. He's going to score. Here's the throw to third base. He's going to be safe at third base.
Oh, man, Brad. We'll call that timely hitting, Brad. Right when you needed one down in the corner. Runners on first and third.
And just like that,
Teran Wood.
A 2-run triple for Wood. And Andros.
There you see in slow motion Teran Wood, like baseball players would say, he got all of that drilling in the corner.
That's the pitch he wanted. He got the one, his eyes lit up, and he lit it up in the corner. Right fielder had all the time in the world to try to see if he can get out there and dig it out, get it back to the infield as quickly as possible. A lot of room out there in that corner. Carlton McIntosh managed to get it and get it back in time. The run scores, though, as Teran Wood cleans the bases for the Andros team. It's 4-3 Andros as we go now to Kevin Hinsey, the DH. A run at third base. That's the insurance run. Here's the pitch. They can feel it. This is for the gold, baby.
There you see Teran still sliding to third in slow motion. There's the throw.
And he's in there easily.
Oh, man. Brad, looked like we're in for a hot one tonight.
This is something else. I want you to believe it.
And the fans are loving every minute of it.
Oh, there's a changeup. Hit on the ground to third. Going to be a tough play. Here's a throw to first base. Got him.
Oh, what a play by O.P. Cooper. O.P. Cooper with a dandy of a play.
Now, either you feel that ball or your team's in big trouble. So Andros strike for 4 runs in the second inning. Send 8 men to the plate.
Here we see that classical play by O.P. Cooper. Ball hit slowly. O.P. Cooper on the charge, pick it up, and on the run, fires to first.
Notice Cooper never looked at home plate. Even though that runner just left there, he didn't even look. He knew he needed 1 out. I'm going to get the shore out. Just watch the ball into the glove, get rid of it, right on target. The inning is over. And thank goodness for Grand Bahama to stop the bleeding there. Andros striking for 4 runs in their half of the second inning. And just like that, boy, we've got some kind of a ball game here at the Andre Rogers Baseball Stadium. Well, you know, 2 teams playing for the gold. You expect to have one of those closely contested games, huh?
Well, this is one that's closely contested. It's just that none of the teams are lighting up. One team will come out, he scored 2 or 3 runs. The other team played defense, come back and score 2 or 3 runs.
This is the QE Sports Center complex, and we can see from our vantage point what's happening over there, the Churchill Tenano Softball Stadium. I know one thing. Those seats are crowded again and nice and warm. They're not going anywhere tonight. They've got Eleuthera and Grand Bahama men's softball team playing over there now, and later on they're going to play a big one between Exuma and New Providence, Edney the Heat Bethel and company. Oh man, get ready for it.
I tell you, Brad, I know a lot of the fans will probably move over there after the gold medal game here. So more than likely we'll probably have our crew down there.
But Andros right now doing some gold digging. Down here at the Andre Rogers Stadium, can almost feel it around their necks now.
I think Brad is going to...
quite some time from that to happen, I'll tell you that. We've got a long way to go, 7 innings, and we're just now in the bottom of the second.
I think Brad is going to come out with more confidence, knowing that he went down after the inning, down 3 runs. Now he's up 1 run, and nothing can pump up a pitcher like when his team come back and hit for him.
Well, let's see. Javier Bowe needs to start it off. He's the bottom of the lineup for the Grand Bahama team.
Well, Javier Bowe, guy who likes to bunt, takes a lot of pitches. Scouting report, average speed.
And Brad Wood knows he takes a lot of pitches. He says, here, take this. Strike 1.
Hard to the plate.
And the pitch. There's a shot to center, baby. That ball might be, it's caught in center field. It's caught in center field.
Littlewood made a good catch out there, but I think he's hurt. It seems like he landed on his arm.
And the ball.
I think they're calling for some help. He's still laying down out there.
Now he fell on his hands, as you said. That's the way it appeared from our vantage point, but we'll try to pick it up here in slow-mo. This is the fly ball off the bat of Javier Bowe, the line drive off Javier Bowe's bat. And we see Wood out there. And when you fall like that, you know, I mean, so many things can happen.
Exactly.
You know, you can,
But it seems like he's okay now because he's up now, and he just probably get the wind knocked out of him.
And sometimes you need a chance to catch your breath, so to speak.
Like I say, yeah, when the wind get knocked out of you and you want to, regroup, just like anything else. A lot of the concerned players, as well as a couple of fans out there on the field. I noticed one of the ladies from the medical team is also coming off the field now. So we're all thankful that it wasn't as serious as we originally thought.
Well, he looks like he's okay. He's a warrior out there. Andros, a big out to start the home half of the second inning for Grand Bahama. 1 down, bases empty. Nice catch out there in center field. The plate umpire Sands there just getting himself together, getting that gear back on as we go to the top of the hitting order, and Ricardo Martin, the center fielder. Brad Wood looking in for the sign. Right-hander gets the one he wants on the pitch. That's high. It's 1-0. Doing the catching tonight for the Andros team. There's ball 2. There's Dwight Butler, who leads the team in hitting in the Bahamas games. And we are playing in the bottom of the second, as we told you. A lot of things are happening here at the Andre Rogers Baseball Diamond. Fans are still coming in. I do believe they want to get a close-up of this as well. I don't blame them. So many things going on in the Bahamas games at the same time. You have to spread yourself really thin. Spend a few minutes here or a few minutes there, and that's kind of difficult to do, especially when you're in one of those good games like this one. It's 4-3. Andros leading Grand Bahama here in the second.
Well, Brad, I was down to the basketball game the other night at the Kennedy Isaac Gym with the Elutra team, and most of the fans that I saw out there are the fans that come out to softball. They were out here to baseball, and it shows the way the fans, like you said, they're moving around, they're enjoying themselves, and they just going from venue to venue, which is good for the Bahamas games itself.
Well, we talking at length today with some of the coaches and some of the officials. Actually, spoke to 1 or 2 people from the Bahamas game secretariat. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Well, Brad, like I tell you, I think Brad Wood is going to get in his groove and start making some really good quality pitches as he threw that curveball down and away and was able to strike out
Martin there, yeah. Well, let's see Ricardo roll now. The shortstop will bat with 2 down and the bases empty. Talking about, and the feeling is the same all across the board with the Bahamas games. The fact that it's like a reunion.
There you go.
The games of love and unity. The purpose, all the objective of the game really was what everybody wanted to bring to light and how they saw them, the games.
Exactly.
Bringing us together, bringing the islands together. Then bringing the athletes together who love to compete and don't get a chance to compete against each other. Swing, and there's a fly ball to left field. It's going to be tough to play that one down there in the corner. Truck Johnson will have to pick it up on a couple hops from the base of the fence, and number 20 will scoot on into second base with a 2-out double.
Ricardo, for some reason, this guy is just hitting the cover off the ball. I mean, Brad Wood started him off with a curveball, came back with another curveball, and he was right all over that pitch.
And I want you to believe he got all of it.
Oh man, this guy, mind you, this is.
Now, if you look at him in the batter's box, he's
just about 5'10", maybe 160 pounds, but this guy hit the ball like a 200-300 pounder.
He just pounded that one down into the corner.
He is the brother.
Wow.
By the way, he's the brother of Ronaldo Roll, who's the son of Law Roll out of Freeport and Bimini. I think Law is from Bimini.
That pitch is high, a curveball high from Brad Wood. Ivan Saunders is the hitter now. He reached on an infield single and scored for the Grand Bahama team back in the first inning. There's a pop-up on the right side in foul territory. First baseman giving chase, no play.
Now, Ivan Sanders is the kind of guy who, if he gets a hold of one, you can kiss it goodbye, because Ivan Sanders swings with a lot of power, and he's a young, strong kid. And I remember playing ball back in Grand Bahama, and Ivan Sanders, too, was a young kid who was just running around the park. And I'm proud to see these guys to this level of playing in the Bahama game now, and especially playing for the gold medal.
Now, let me tell you, Brad Wood would love to finish this game. But if he keeps giving up runs and the ball's being hit this hard, it's going to be trouble, because he won't last 7 innings.
No, not at all. But the thing is, they're not going to take any chances. The minute Brad finds himself in trouble, I think Andre would come in and try and close the door.
It says, hey, let's go, huh? Well, let me tell you, we talked about this team, and a lot of people are looking around and saying, wow, this Andros team, these are a lot of players we know from around the town.
Yeah.
But, hey, who knows who's related to who? And, of course, many of the teams took advantage of the draft system, and it's worked very well. And now we have that balance.
Yeah, people were talking about the draft and how come this team can draft. But you know what? Overall, I think what the draft had done is it make it more competitive. You know, you don't see one team just dominating, and you go to games. Because me personally, as a athlete, a fan, I don't want to go to a game which is a complete blowout or a game which is one-sided. I want a good competitive game, and it would definitely keep me more interested.
Boy, that pitch didn't miss by much. You can hear the noise downstairs. The fans reacting. 2 balls and 2 strikes now, 2 outs.
I think Brad Wood.
And a man at second base.
Brad Wood wanted that pitch.
Yeah, he knew he put it in a good spot. He thought he did anyway. But he's going to stay tough. Here's the pitch coming from the side. Ground ball hit up the middle. Fielded by Wood at short. Here's the throw. Nice, easy peg to first base for the out. 6-3. Out number 3. The inning is over, but not before.
Yeah, we see it.
A little scare.
Yeah, we see it in slow motion, Brad. Up the middle. Julian Pratt on the hop, takes his time, and beautiful flick. Got it.
Right on the target, huh?
One thing I can say, these guys are playing solid fundamental ball. These guys are well trained in terms of knowing the fundamental moves. I haven't seen anything that I can truly look at and say, hey, well, he could have got in front of the ball, or he didn't need to backhand the ball. These guys are well fundamentally sound, and which is good for the sport itself.
Only scary thing in that inning was that play in center field by Teran Wood when he dove and landed, it looks like, on his wrist or something.
But he seems to be all right. As we take a look at some of the fans down there.
I see Phil Johnson. That's the guy with the shiny top. He's a good runner. Did you know that?
Phil Johnson?
Yeah, he can sprint. Not now.
Oh, okay. You're
But
okay.
I mean, that was way back then.
Way back
Don't
then.
tell him I told you that.
Back in the days of people like Mike Sands. Did he come up in that era?
Nah, not in that era, but I mean,
Before
well, he can run. He still plays old-timer softball. You need to see him run now.
Oh, okay.
Not quite as fast.
One
But
thing,
he still plays. He still stays in shape.
One thing about speed, it comes and it goes. You know, nobody has speed.
Well, mine goes. The little I had. That's for sure. When it's gone, it's gone. Here's the pitch. Winding and warming up with his catcher is that young guy they call Fowler. You knew this guy as a kid, you said, around the parks.
Yes, I remember Fowler. Fowler was one of the guys who we had to go through all kind of changes to get Fowler to come on the field, because they were saying Fowler was too young. He wasn't insured. The insurance people didn't want to insure him because he was underage, and him and Jello. That's the reason why I said when I heard about Jello being drafted by Atlanta Braves, hey man, it brought tears to my eyes. I said, oh man, would you believe that? And what happened? Butler and those were telling me that I said, but how big is Jello now? They said, man, Jello put on a little weight. He's a little bit taller, so he's a big guy now, which is good. I think one of the things that we need to do as athletes here in the Bahamas, we need to work closely with that weight program, because once you get that size on you, it's like, it's not automatically, but it tends to be something that you can utilize, and the scout looks for things like that. You know, I mean, a little guy could probably do just as good as a bigger guy, but that size is a very important factor.
Well, Dwight Butler will lead it off. He's the team leading he's the guy leading his Andros team in batting averages, batting average anyway in the Bahamas games. He's been hitting the ball very well. Strong he is. And first time up tonight, bounced out 5-3, third to first. So he's 0 for 1, looking to help his team here and get something started in the third inning. As we play here at the Andrew Rogers Baseball Stadium, tonight it's the gold medal on the line in the Bahamas games, the 5th edition. Two teams playing that have never met for a medal, for sure, in the Bahamas games.
Oh, obviously not. This would be something they can look back at and maybe tell their kids about it.
That's a swing and a foul back to the screen.
Remember the first time Andros and Grand Bahama played in the Bahama games?
Yeah, that'll be a talk for a long time, huh? Well, I'll tell you, both of these teams, I do believe, coming into the gold medal round with 2 losses.
Well, Brad, what happened? We had 3 teams with 4-2 record. Now, what happened was the commissioner, somehow, I don't know if it's by hits or heads up how you play each other, but they were able to differentiate who's second, third, and fourth. And so far, we haven't heard any complaints about it as to who wants to play who, because I talked to the guys and they said to me it wasn't a problem.
Well, Grand Bahama recording it first out here in the third inning. Strikeout of Dwight Butler. And Ali Bethel now, the right fielder, will be the hitter. And in the on-deck circle, we'll have Ramon Johnson for the Andros team. Andros sporting their orange tops and the green pants, and nice colors, bright.
Yeah,
that bright orange.
I know the way Andros are playing for this goal now. If for some reason, not making any predictions or anything like that, but if for some reason Andros happens to win this gold medal game here tonight, I don't know what Pastor may do tomorrow.
Well, we'll no. What do you say tomorrow? Oh, that pitch is a strike, a nice curve. Didn't he check the swing? Strike called anyway.
Well, it's good for the sport itself.
Yeah,
and for the Bahama Games.
You can't say that little island. That island will be rocking tonight.
Man,
I tell you that.
If Andros win this gold medal tonight. But if Freeport wins it, because Freeport has been in the hunt now for the last couple Bahama Games, and they always come up short.
Yeah, they've been
right there.
Yeah, they've been in the hunt. I mean, in all of the Bahamas games, they've always had a pretty decent team coming into the Bahamas games, and this year really no exception. We've got the right-handed hitting Ali Bethel at the plate, who, by the way, singled and scored back in the second inning when Andros erupted for 4 runs in that inning. They're leading 4-3 right now. Here's the pitch. Took something off that pitch and it missed. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Once again, this Andros team not to be taken lightly, and we knew from the start that they were going to be something special here in the Bahamas games, watching them work out and prepare for the games. It's outside. I know we did a feature report on them. And I'm telling you, they were very, very confident. Jackie Wright and company talking about how solid this team can be, and he believes they can beat anybody.
Yeah, well, Jackie is the type of a player who, there's no doubt in my mind, Jackie is one of the better shortstop here in the country years gone by. And Jackie has been out of the league for some time, but being out of the league, you tend to lose a whole lot. You know, I think baseball is a game, obviously, like any other sport. You have to be consistent with it. You have to practice a lot. You have to play a lot. And I think that's one of the things that as a Bahamian, a baseball player here in the country, that's something we need to improve on, playing more consistent. Some of us, we play once, twice a week.
There's a fly ball to right field. That's hooking along the line there. It might be out of play, and it is. That's 2 strikes. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Counts full.
All the fans are just sitting back and hoping for something big to happen. Andros leading Grand Bahama 4-3.
I mean, who would have thought this would be the situation for the gold medal game? But they're going to enjoy it. Here's the pitch. Fastball outside. He walked him. And Ramon Johnson will be the hitter now with the runner at first base. And one out. There's the set by Fowler in the pitch. There's a strike call.
Ramon Johnson, who's batting 250 right now. As I mentioned earlier, the son of Truck Johnson.
Here's the set. Fowler checks. And the pitch. There's a fly ball along the left field side. Might be trouble. It drops in fair play territory. And it's in there for a base hit. And Ramon Johnson just holds it first with a single. Runners at first and second base now. Going the other way, he had to fight that pitch off from Fowler.
The scouting report on Ramon is that Ramon never hit the ball to the left side with much power. Now, had the left fielder playing in some more, he may have had a shot on that. The thing is, when the lefties are batting, you got to pull your left fielder in and look for the slap, because most left-handers are either slap hitters or dead pull hitters.
You should have read your scouting report. Here's the pitch. High and away. Left fielder really tried, but he realized that one was out of his reach. Ivan Saunders tried to get there. Now Fowler staring in for the sign. Here's the set. And the pitch to Andre Wood.
Well, you know, Andre base hit his last time up. And I think what Fowler's trying to do is regroup here to maybe come back with Andre with a good fastball. Now, Andre is a good fastball hitter, so we'll see fastball against bat speed, I guess. There you go. Andre taking all the way.
Ali Bethel is the runner at second base. Ramon Johnson the runner at first. That's Fred Papa Smith, I do believe.
Coaching at third base.
Yeah, he's the guy who's been working out with them at the park. Swing and a miss. Nice cut. Nothing to show for it.
Well, right now, Fred Papa Smith has done a whole lot for baseball. And to me, Fred Papa Smith, in my personal opinion, is one of the most fundamentalist player and coach I've ever been around. And anything you want to know about baseball, hang around Fred Papa Smith.
Fundamentally sound he is.
Oh, tell me about it.
Well, the lights just went out at the Thomas A. Robinson Stadium where they were playing soccer tonight.
Well,
the gold medal game over there, that game is all over and done with.
Yeah, they already had the presentation and all that for the gold medal, and I understood that New Providence win the gold. And
those
soccer.
New Providence Grand Bahama rivalries again.
Oh yeah, I think the final score is like 7 or 6-1.
We have all the stats and highlights and all the standings for you when it's all said and done. Swinging a foul back to the screen off the bat of number 19 there. Andre Wood. After Wood, we'll have Truck Johnson waiting for a chance in the on-deck circle right now. There's a shot at the third baseman for the Grand Bahama team. And that's Soapy Cooper. Right-handed hitting Andre Wood, the second baseman for Andros. Looking for a chance to give his team some insurance runs. Here's the kick and the pitch. There's a pop-up. Out to short. Shortstop is out on the grass and makes a catch for the out. High pop-up on the infield, and Andre Wood is retired for out number 2 with 2 down. There are 2 men on, and the batter will be Leslie Truck Johnson.
Well,
Truck, I was going to say Truck his last time up walked and scored, and you just be careful with him right here.
Well, as you know, Brad, Truck is a clutch hitter in most situations. So when you're looking for someone to come up with that bloop single to right field or that infield hit, look out for the Truck.
Strike 1 quickly to Truck Johnson.
Scouting report on Truck is that he hit a lot of ground ball right back to first base, but it just beat a high choppers to first base. The first baseman is kind of playing him back, so it wouldn't, maybe bounce over his head or anything.
Here's the set and the pitch. Took something off. swung and he missed it.
Oh,
you know, he took
full
something
truck.
off that he had truck full.
He full truck all the way big time on that pitch. Like I tell you, he did tell me he developed a curveball because he was known, this guy was like 14, 15 and throwing hard fastball. And people were saying, man, if he developed a curveball, he can be deadly. And there you see it. He takes something off of that pitch.
Here's the pitch now. Swinging. There's a hot shot headed for left field. In there for a base hit. Here comes the turn by Ali Bethel. They'll hold him at third base.
Well, like I told you, Brad, if you're looking for that little bloop single or ground ball to squizzle by the infield.
You can call it Mr. Clutch. Huh?
Yeah, Chuck Johnson will do it for you. Chuck Johnson.
All right, here we go. Bases loaded. 2 down. Andros trying to put some more runs on the board. They're leading 4-3 as we play the top of the third inning. And it brings up now Kevin Thompson, the third baseman, who walked and scored back in the second inning. That big second inning for Andros had a 4-run second. Here's the pitch. There's a ground ball on the left side. That's going to be foul. We've got fans still coming in for this one.
Kevin Thompson yet to get a hit in this tournament. He had a couple of walks. Wasn't able to pick up any RBIs, but he's yet to get a hit in this tournament. And boy, oh boy, is this a good time to have it right now for Andros.
Fowler just has to be careful. Bases are loaded. A hit here can break this game open. Blocked nicely by the catcher.
What a good play.
Nice block by the catcher, Javier Bo. And he's one of the smaller guys on the team. This Bo kid was doing the catching.
Yeah, years gone by, the catcher always used to be probably the biggest guy.
Yeah,
on the
you'd
team.
think.
But nowadays, guys, regardless of their size, they're catching.
They need a lot of agility and sometimes, I guess, speed. They want quickness behind the plate. He's getting the job done so far. Thompson waiting for the pitch. Bases loaded, and here it comes. Swing and a miss.
Brad, like I tell you, Fowler isn't afraid to throw that fastball because he can rely on that fastball. That fastball has a good zip to it. I noticed the scouts downstairs with the gun. I think that one was like 89.
I was going to say 85 miles an hour. But
yeah, Fowler's heating up right here.
Bases loaded, 2 down. Thompson at the plate for Andros.
We're going to see if he's...
And Fowler with the pitch. Here it comes. Oh, and a beautiful curveball struck him out with the bases loaded. That is a big out for Grand Bahama. Man, a nice pitch and a nice spot.
Well, I think what happened is, like Fowler told me, he developed something else to go with that fastball. And to me, it looked like a forkball. I never reached the plate, and it just...
That ball just dove to the dirt.
Come like a fastball and dove as you see it in slow motion.
No chance there for the right-handed swinging Kevin Thompson, the third baseman of Andros. Now you see Grand Bahama huddling over there. They're outside of that third base dugout.
I think
They do this after just about every inning.
I think Champy is trying to come up with a strategy now as to how can we score a few runs off this pitcher. We've seen him a couple of times. What are we going to do here?
Well, we'll see what they come up with. They'll go to their 4th, 5th, and 6th hitters. Grand Bahama and trailing 4-3. And they're lucky to be trailing 4-3 at this point.
Well, Grand Bahama was in a situation earlier that 1 or 2 hits could have put them very much in the hole, but fortunately for Grand Bahama, they were able to get the outs, and they're still in the ball game, only down a run.
Well, Lyndon Richardson, the DH, Opie Cooper, the third baseman, and Rafael Saunders, the second baseman, will bat in that order against Brad Wood, who's had a tough time in the early going, but he seems to be settling down now and just taking his time. Getting those strikes over, and of course working around the hitters.
Okay, Brad, I'm gonna put myself on the line right here.
Let's hear this.
Okay, Champy was in the dugout. It was in a huddle earlier, and he's down a run, and he has Lyndon Richardson coming up to bat. Now, Brad, would you believe Lyndon Richardson is going to bunt right here?
I don't know.
I've been around Champy, and Champy is the kind of manager who believes in taking his opponent off stride. Hey,
There's a slow curve.
Hey, Lyndon,
Got him
don't
for a
surprise
strike.
me, man.
That guy you see holding, I know him. They're holding that double serving. But he's working.
That's
There's
for
the
sure.
pitch. That's a little outside. Nice little crowd out here at the Andrew Rogers Baseball
yeah,
Stadium.
and they're coming in. I mean, Brad, I see fans coming in and 5s and 4s.
There's the pitch. There's a bouncer that goes all the way back to the screen. Now, interestingly enough, this is the final baseball game of the 5th Bahamas Games, the gold medal game. One team will take the gold and the loser takes the silver. Andros, we know what they want.
And
we know what Grand Bahama wants.
And so far, Brad, this has been a good game. A little fireworks in the earlier part of the game. Both pitchers settling down. As a matter of fact, Brad Wood settling down and Fowler settling down. And
There's a ground ball right back to Wood, and he can feel his position. Don't worry about that.
well, Brad,
Plenty time.
like I tell you, that's a bunt. It's just a swinging bunt, Brad, right back at the pitcher.
That goes 1-3 for the put out, and O.P. Cooper now will hit with the bases empty and 2 down, and 1 down, beg your pardon. Bases empty, 1 out for Grand Bahama. They're trailing by a run at the hands of the Andros team, the Andros Chickcharnies. I heard Peter Gilkett call them the last of the Mohicans.
Oh, well,
There's the rare collection, he says,
I was
of
saying,
athletes.
I was talking about what Picewell Forbes would do, but what do you think Peter would do if they were to win the gold? I saw him earlier.
Man. He'd be marching up and down the Andrew Rogers Baseball Stadium all night, right on that strip out here, with a goatskin drum, saying he knew it all the time. There's a hot shot to third base, fielded on 2 hops. Throw to first base, in time. In time, the throw by Kevin Thompson there for the out.
Oh, what a good scoop by the first baseman, Jamal Johnson.
That's Kevin Thompson there at third base. Nice pickup on 2 hops. Backed him up a little bit, but he made the play.
Well,
2 down now, the bases are empty for Grand Bahama. They are trying to get something cooking here with Rafael Saunders, their second baseman.
Well, Brad, fundamentally, these guys was taught to go behind the ball, put your body in front of the ball, and make the plays, and that's exactly what he did.
And that pitch was a ball. Should Saunders reach, we'll see the likes of Kevin Wilkinson, the first baseman. There's a pitch that's on the inside corner for a call strike.
Good pitch, Brad.
Grand Bahama sports the gold and blue. That's their trademark of the Bahamas Games.
And they're looking for a goal right here. Being down a run in the bottom of the 3rd inning.
Nice segue there. There's a pop-up on the short, out to short. Might drop into left field. It is. Just out of the reach of the shortstop, Julian Pratt there, who
Come up limping. I think Julian might have pulled a little muscle or something on that play. I noticed he's scringing over there, and he's kind of limping in shortstop as we watch the play in slow motion. This is what you call hitting the ball in no man's land.
like a Texas League blooper.
There you go.
Short single.
See the way how he started limping?
And you know what? In the score sheet at the end of the day, and that box score, that goes as a line shot base hit.
There you go. That's one of the good things about the little bloopers and the little infield hits.
Being misery to pitcher for sure. 2 down now. The run at first base is Saunders, and here's Wilkinson now. The set by Wood and the kick, the pitch. Low, it's a ball.
I think Brad is beginning to struggle a bit right here. The third baseman, he noticed that he's going to give Brad a little rest because Brad needs a breath right now. See, some of these guys haven't played baseball in a while, so it's going to take them a little while to get in that kind of shape, and some of them is trying to play themselves in shape, and it ain't easy like softball. The bases are longer. You need to use more time in trying to prepare yourself for baseball.
There's the pitch. Oh, there's a curveball for a strike.
I know there's an automobile. It's also in the ballpark tonight.
There are quite a number of
Dignitaries
members
on
of, members of
As
the
you might
Executive
say.
Council of the Bahamas Games
There you go.
Committee. There's a line drive to right center field. That ball could be trouble. No, it's caught out there in center field by Andre Wood. I beg your pardon.
Rico Wood.
Rico, is it? Or Teran Wood. He's the guy who almost hurt himself in the last inning.
Actually, he made two great catches out there.
That's Teran out there. He
could have saved
made a
them a
nice
few runs.
catch. Yeah, a nice running catch for Teran. Here's the pitch. And we see the hitter just going down after the ball, making contact. They're getting the barrel of the bat on the ball, and that ball is hit to pretty deep center field. And Wood just came right over there and made the nice catch. Teran Wood in his tracks making the catch for the third out of the inning.
Well, Brad, all the action has all the offensive attack, I should say, is kind of being controlled by both pitchers. As we can see, the pitcher now, Fowler, taking his few warm-up tosses.
There's a shot of that first base dugout there where the Androsians
I saw Nugget Neely earlier.
make their home for the next hour or so.
We do have a shot of Peter Gilcott coming over towards the sideline fence. All the fans in the park tonight.
Well, let's see. We go to the top of the hitting order for
A lot of Androsians in the park. I just noticed that.
Andros. Julian Pratt, Teran Wood, and Kevin Hinsey will bat in that order against the Grand Bahama team. So Fowler will go through the batting order again and see what he can come up with. Boy, those, I guess between the Bahamas Games committee members and all of those who are involved in the organizing and the working of the games, including the groundskeepers, we'll all need a nice little vacation next week. Here's the pitch. It's a line drive to left field. Might be in there for a base hit. It is. Fielded on one hop by the left fielder. And luckily he didn't misplay that ball. Almost had to field it on the side at the last minute. Ivan Saunders with the play out there. But it goes as a solid single to left field for Julian Pratt, who leads off the Andros fourth inning. And they're leading 4-3 and set up the play now for Teran Wood, the center fielder.
Well, Brad, Julian, who is leading the Andros team offensively, just came up with a big hit just now for Andros to lead off the fourth inning. Brad, this game is moving along really nicely. We haven't had any big long innings so far other than the first inning for Grand Bahama.
You're not looking for one, are you?
Oh, no, definitely not. I like to see those low-scoring close games.
I was about to ask you, you're out of the slugfest or the low-scoring game? There's a high pop-up to shallow left field, and the shortstop is out there with enough room and enough time to put it away.
Well, I tell you, Brad, I like the way Ricardo is playing now. Ricardo is showing me all sides of his game. You notice the way he just take his eyes off the ball and went back and then looked up for the ball. Ricardo, I'm impressed with the way he's playing right now, offensively, defensively.
You see Pratt a little, Teran Wood a little upset, but that's all right. I mean, he made good contact, but he hit it in the air.
Most of the time, as a hitter, you would want to at least drive the ball that you can put the runner in scoring position. Or
well, he's probably upset because he had that leadoff runner on base, and his job really was to push him around. He was swinging on the pitch. I would have had him bunting, but anyway, he's batting second in the lineup.
The thing
we have one down now.
The thing is, Andros is leading right now. They're not focusing on just one run. They're trying to score more runs and not sacrificing an out for a run, for advancing the runner over to second base.
Well, you take them one at a time in a big game like this. It's for the gold medal here tonight at the Andre Rogers Stadium. There's a curveball that just fooled Kevin Hinsey, the DH.
Like I told you, Brad, Fowler has developed this off speed, and he's utilizing it.
Well, we see Fowler looking in for the sign. Hinsey waiting at the plate. Runner at first. And here's the pitch. He threw him another curveball way out in front. And he looked bad on that swing, Kevin Hinsey did, and that goes down as a strikeout for out number 2. And Julian Pratt still waiting at first base. Say, hey, what I got to do now? Do I have to steal second and third for you guys and then steal home? Come on, give me a break. Give me some help. There's that breaking pitch. Down and in. And we see, I do believe that Hinsey had a notion to hold up on the swing, and he couldn't. There's a throw over to first base, and the runner is back in plenty of time. A runner at first base, that's Julian Pratt, who singled sharply to left field to start the inning. And Teran Wood popped to short. Kevin Hinsey struck out, and now it's Dwight Butler at the plate. Here's the pitch. High fastball. 1-0.
You know, Brad, right here, I won't be surprised if Julian doesn't try and steal this base. I notice he's watching Fred Papa-Smith over at third base coaching box, like saying, when you want me to go, coach?
There's a strike just above the knees.
I tell you, Fowler's heating up now.
Well, he's under control.
Oh, yeah. If this guy puts on another maybe 15, 20 pounds and another inch or two, man, he's going to be devastating.
Here's the stare down by Fowler. Comes to that set position again. The kick and the pitch. Curveball fooled him again. Swing and a miss. Gets by the catcher. The runner will move up to second base. Here's a throw. He's in there safely. So the runner moves into scoring position now. And Dwight Butler with a chance to pick him up and give his team an insurance run. They're leading 4-3 now. Andros leading Grand Bahama in this gold medal game in the 5th Bahamas Games. There's that run by Pratt. He's in there. Here's the pitch. There's a high pop-up on the infield. First baseman says, leave it for me. Second baseman comes across, and they drop the ball.
Brad,
wow.
Right there, that's a complete example. That's an example of giving up too quick. After Butler popped the ball up, he refused to run it out. And I know Fred Papa-Smith is, oh man, is upset with him.
Well, they're going to call him out now. On the plate at first base, I do believe. That'll be the third out of the inning.
Yeah, we have it back in slow motion. Butler giving up, not wanting to run. When he realized the ball was dropped, then he started running, but it was too late then.
There's the flick over to first base, and he is out of there. So the inning is over, and the score holds 4-3 in favor of Andros in the gold medal game in baseball here at the Andre Rogers Baseball Stadium. We're coming back for more baseball. How many commercials? 4? Yes. Hello? I saw you. And we're back at the Andre Rogers Baseball Stadium here as we continue for the gold medal hunt here tonight. Grand Bahama and Andros, what a game we've got going on right now. 4-3 in favor of the Androsians, but boy, oh boy. This Grand Bahama team has been scratching and clawing, trying to get back in this thing. Brad Wood has been holding them at bay now for the last 2 innings anyway, as we play in the bottom of the 4th inning. And Grand Bahama at the bottom of the hitting order. The catcher Javier Bo trying to bunt his way on, fouls it off. It's a strike. After Javier Bo, we go to the top of the Grand Bahama hitting order in the person of Ricardo Martin, and then we'll have Ricardo Roll, and then Ivan Sanders in that order if need be. for the Grand Bahama Lions tonight, wearing their blue, and that's Brad Wood there. A nice shot of Brad Wood and that orange top there for Andros. There's the kick and the pitch, and there's a one-hopper, but two-hopper out to short. Fielded nicely by Pratt. Here's the throw on the run. Nice play.
What a play by Julian Pratt, who went up the middle and make a fantastic throw, fantastic play, and a perfect throw to first baseman.
When you field the ball like that on the run, coming towards second base, you cut across the second base bag. You have to do everything in one motion.
There you go.
You don't have time to stop, plant yourself, and throw the ball. You got to do it all in one motion. And Pratt, classic example of how you get rid of the ball on the run.
Like I say, Brad, these guys are fundamentally sound. They're making the right plays at the right time defensively, getting timing, hitting. Oh, boy.
Here's the pitch. That's bunted foul on the right side. Leadoff hitter Ricardo Martin there, center fielder trying to bunt his way on. They figure, look, if we can't hit Brad Wood now, we got to try to bunt our way on. Let's make them play a little bit more on their toes. They're right now on the heels. Let's see if we can just make them move around on the infield a little bit.
Well, Brad, last inning I made a prediction about Champy coming up bunting. The thing was, I was just an inning behind Champy Pratt.
Oh, I see.
I knew he was coming up with a strategy, but...
Well, he's bunting it now again on the first base side and foul. 2 strikes.
Hey, Brad, I'm looking over to the softball stadium, 10-0 softball stadium, and I think New Providence is in trouble because all I'm hearing is Lone Exuma making noise over there, Brad. I don't know for sure what the score is, but over there I see a lot of Exuma.
I don't pay it any mind, just a noisy bunch
making noise. Well, I'm pulling.
Some excitement's kicking up over there, that's for sure. We've got our fair share right here. We've got it's a fly ball that's going to be foul along the left field side, along the third base side. They're out of play. You see the hitter, Martin, just reaching out and slapping it, just trying to make some contact. He did that. And if you just joined us, it's a 4-3 game. Andros scoring all of their runs in 1 inning, and so did Grand Bahama. As a matter of fact, Grand Bahama scored 3 in the first inning, took a 3-0 lead, and Andros waited until the second inning to explode for 4 runs, and they lead it 4-3 right now. Here's the pitch, low and outside. This Andros team, stacked with talent. Julian Pratt is the shortstop. The second baseman for Andros is Andre Wood. Playing first base tonight is Ramon Johnson, and doing the catching is Dwight Butler. The pitcher is Brad Wood. In center field, it's Teran Wood. In left field, it's Ali Bethel. And in left field, it's Leslie Johnson. In right field, it's Ali Bethel. That ball is hit to third. Here's the pickup and the throw. It's off the bag. Runner safe. Martin beats it out. He's the runner at first base.
Hey, Brad, I think they're going to charge the third baseman with a throwing error because he clearly pulled the first baseman off the bag.
Well, the second hitter for Grand Bahama in the lineup is Ricardo Roll, their shortstop. And he got all of a pitch from Brad Wood back in the first inning and hit it into the lights, deep into the corner in left field, out of the park, more than 350 feet away. Ricardo Martin is the hitter here. Beg your pardon. Ricardo Roll is the other Ricardo. He'll be next. Here's the pitch. It's a strike. Javier Bo is the runner at first base. Throw over to first base. Ricardo Martin is 1 for 2 tonight. Singled in the first and scored. Struck out in the second and trying to do some more damage right here now. Brad Wood getting set now. The right-hander kicks and deals. Hit hard off the glove of Wood, out by second base. There's the barehanded pickup and a throw to first. No! No, and Andros is upset. A close play. I thought he had him at first base too. Umpire says no.
It was a close play, Brad. And I think the second baseman is...
And Papa Smith is out there. He's hot. He's upset with that call. Second baseman came over, Andre Wood, to make that play barehanded. He thought he had him. I thought he had him. Close play. Umpire's right on the play, though.
And now, Brad, that's going to bring up Ronaldo Roll. And I know Brad Wood don't want to see Ronaldo here because Ronaldo has been all over Brad Wood.
He has been. He had a big 2-run home run in the first inning that cleared both fences out there to put his team up 2-0. Here's the pitch. Low and outside. I'd pitch him low and outside too. Oh yeah, that's Ricardo Roll. Now his size is deceiving.
Yes,
and
it
it's
is.
all, I guess, in the wrist action. Here's the pitch, high and inside.
Well, it's probably in his genes, Brad, because remember now, his dad is also a baseball player who has the kind of power and speed that he possesses.
Now, Papa Smith is being real smart here now. I'll tell you why. This guy hit a home run back in the first inning, a 2-run shot, and Brad Wood is pitching around him. At the same time, you've got 2 runners on. You put him on, bases are loaded, a base hit can put the Grand Bahama team ahead. What they really are trying to avoid, they've got the tying run. Grand Bahama has the tying run at second base already. The go-ahead run at first. And Papa Smith is just reminding Brad Wood that we just cannot afford to fall far behind in this game. We can't afford to lose our lead. So right now we got to concentrate and pitch to this batter, but at the same time you don't groove anything to him.
I think the strategy that Papa wants to use here is just don't give him nothing good to hit. If we're going to get him out, we're going to get him out with our pitch, which is a curveball low and away, fastball in tight. Here the fastball in tight. He took it. Good patient hitter.
Ball 3.
Like I said earlier, Brad, this guy has demonstrated to me tonight all phases of the game that he plays of baseball. Offense, defense.
Here's the pitch. There's a strike.
Now right here, Brad, we're trying to get him to chase that curveball that will go away from him. And being the hitter that Ronaldo Roll is, I think he's gonna look for that curveball away because he knows Brad is not gonna give him the fastball.
Oh, he swung at the high one.
Upstairs. And he was a little tatty on that one.
3 balls and 2 strikes. It's 4-3 Andros, and Grand Bahama batting with 2 men on here in their half of the 4th inning. So Wood in a tough spot right here. He needs an out.
Brad, you think Champy would send the runners right here?
With 3 balls and 2 strikes, why not? Here's the kick and the pitch. There's a shot over the shortstop head and into left field for a base hit. Here comes the tying run, and it's 4-4.
I mean, Ronaldo Roll has shown the whole entire Bahamas tonight that he can really hit. This guy is 3 for 3 tonight, a solo home run, a double, and here it is. He picked up another RBI and a single. Like I said earlier, this guy had shown me tonight that he is ready and he has all phases of his game tonight, and he got game. Like we would say, he has game.
Well,
They're appealing third base. Umpire says safe.
Tying run is in. It's 4-4 in the 4th. And Grand Bahama back in the same situation with the runners at first and second and 1 out.
Here we have the shot in slow motion. Line drive over the shortstop head. They don't have a play to second to the plate, so you just hit the cutoff man.
Truck Johnson just bringing it back into Julian Pratt there. He's the cutoff man. And here comes number 14 to cross the plate, Javier Bowe.
Now we have a tie ball game. Like the players would say, we have a brand new ball game.
Wood with the pitch to the number 3 hitter in the lineup, and there's a strike. And you can't fool around with him either. I'm talking about Ivan Saunders. Reached on an infield single back in the first inning and scored. Bounced out short to first to the second. He's 1 for 2. And with runners at first and second now and 1 out, Wood has to settle down. Here's the pitch.
It's not getting any easier for Brad.
It's now 2 balls and a strike.
Brad Wood now have to find a way to pitch himself out of this. Like I mentioned earlier to you, Brad, the thing is that on that 3-2 pitch with Ronaldo, when I mentioned that I was wondering whether Champy would have the runners going. If Champy had the runners going, it might have been runners on second and third in the situation right here.
Here's the pitch. Oh, he got a piece of it but fouled it away. hacking away is the third hitter into the lineup for Grand Bahama. Ivan Saunders. Ivan will be followed by Lyndon Richardson. He's the guy that...
Oh, he could hit it a ton.
I was going to say, he could really change the whole complexion of this ballgame with one swing of the bat.
Oh, man.
He's their cleanup hitter. He walked his first time up, and then he bounced that pitch to the first, so he's looking for his first hit of the night.
I saw Lyndon Richardson hit a home run back in Grand Bahama.
Still traveled, huh? There's a strike.
The guy went for the ball in a Volkswagen and he ran out of gas.
Yeah, yeah. Well, Ivan Saunders just struck out for out number 2, and let's see what Richardson does right here. Score tied at 4 as we play the 4th inning. This is the gold medal baseball game, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for waiting up with us and watching this. This is exciting. Here's the pitch inside. He's strong, this Richardson kid is.
Oh, boy, I tell you. If he get a hold of one, Brad, like you say, it will change the whole complexion of this ball game.
Let's see what happens here. Brad Wood staring in for that sign. Now he's going to step off because the batter stepped out of the box. Richardson got tired waiting. Now he gets back in there.
I heard all the guys in the dugout shouting to Richardson, Richardson, we need you right here. Giving Richardson some encouraging words.
Wood looking in for the sign. Here's the pitch. Got in with the off-speed stuff.
Oh, man, he didn't swing. He didn't shortcut himself out of that.
Just waved at it.
I think the third baseman is coming in and say, hey, Brad, we got away with that one, but don't throw that no more.
Well, let's see. Brad's been mixing them up, so let's see what happens here. 4-4 tie in the 4th inning. Grand Bahama batting in the home half of the 4th. These two teams playing for the gold medal for the first time in the Bahamas games. First time ever New Providence has not been in the gold medal hunt. Along with Bimini.
Oh, man.
That was a team a lot of people picked to win it.
Well, Bimini came in and they lost a big game. And like I said earlier, Brad, they never recovered. They just kept on trying to.
Yeah. There's a high.
That could be trouble,
ball.
Brad. That could be trouble.
It's going to drop in there. I think Pratt lost it. The left fielder knew he couldn't get it. Truck Johnson couldn't get it. Duran Wood couldn't get it, and the run comes in.
I told you, Brad. Popped up in no man's land.
Well, the run comes home. And it's 5-4. Grand Bahama's taking the lead. The bloop single by Richardson, Lyndon Richardson. We have 2 outs.
With 2 outs on that play, Ricardo should have been running. And it would have made a big difference. Opie Cooper's your hitter now.
Well, he's batting now with runners at first and second.
Remember, Opie Cooper was the one who hit that towering home run in the earlier game. Straight away center. Our measuring tape 420 feet deep.
Off-speed pitch in the dirt.
The son of Poppy Cooper. Also the son of the late Zenobia Cooper.
This Grand Bahama team really scrappy. Let's keep clawing away, and now we're going to have a timeout call. Brad Wood's going to come out of the game, I do believe. Fred Papa Smith's coming to get him. Oh, is he?
No, I think Fred doesn't have anybody warmed up at this time. So he's going to tell Brad to come on, give me another inning or 2, or give me another hit or 2. And the veteran pitcher, the veteran manager that Fred Papa Smith is, he would try to find out from Brad exactly how he feels and whether he has anything left.
Well, everybody's in there, the entire infield, except for Julian Pratt, who's now just coming over to join the conference, and Papa Smith. He's just pointing to the outfield. Like, and he wants to make some defensive changes, maybe in the outfield, shift some things around, but I don't know. Maybe not.
I think they're going to let the The center fielder come in to do some pitching here.
Oh, Teran Wood will come in.
Teran Wood, who has that blazing fastball and a little swerve, as you may call it, a little curveball to go with it. As we take a look at some of the umpires tonight, Sands and his crew.
Well, he'll come in to take over where Brad Wood left off. Wood going 3 2/3. You're getting a shot now of the Churchill Tenano softball stadium, the corner bleachers. And you see that nice group over there. And that's a noisy bunch over there, too. A lot of excitement going on in softball as we speak.
Well, Brad, like I told you earlier, Exuma was batting for about maybe almost 15, 20 minutes. And the fans were just carrying on over there. So I don't know. Exuma may just have New Providence in problems.
On the ropes, huh? Well, Exuma, there you go. That's a shot of the crowd right there, reminiscent of a few nights ago, huh?
Our next door neighbor. But we'll be back over there tomorrow for all those medal
softball
games.
games, huh?
The gold medal game tomorrow afternoon. We'll be down at the Churchill Tenano softball stadium, which is right next door.
This has turned out to be quite a complex, the Queen Elizabeth Sports Center's sports complex.
All we got to do now, Brad, is put a roof on it.
Yeah, I got a nice dome up there somewhere, huh? And then
There
you
you
can say,
go.
rain, rain, come on down if you'd like.
Don't
Well,
matter.
I'll tell you one thing, it's really turning out to be quite a sports complex, and everything is in, within easy reach of the sports fan. And it's one of the things you dream about, having a lot to do in the same area. You can just park your vehicle and walk around.
That's it, Brad. That's it.
Well, right now they still have a timeout, and they're still waiting to make some adjustments. Now, Brad Wood obviously is going to go to second base, and maybe the second baseman. The second baseman, I do believe, goes to the outfield. Andre Wood moving to center field. Papa Smith making the adjustment on defense and pulling the pitcher, Brad Wood. Wood stays in the game and plays second base. And we have a 5-4 game with Andros trailing Grand Bahama. And that guy you're looking at there, number 17, is the scheduled hitter. That's O.P. Cooper, third baseman.
O.P. Cooper was one of the guys who I figured back in those days would have had an opportunity to play college ball and maybe move on to play semi-pro. But I never knew what really happened to Opie in terms of traveling off to the United States and maybe finding a sport on one of those college teams. But he's a fine player.
There's a shot of our fans here at the Andre Rogers Baseball Stadium.
Brad,
taking in a gold medal night in baseball.
Did you see any of those unusual haircuts, like hairstyles, I should say?
It's an unusual one right there. The guy with that space gadget on his head. Looks like our Julian Gibson, I do believe, and I believe it's Julian's birthday today, and he's trying to keep it quiet.
Yeah, I know Julian is celebrating a birthday sometime this week. It could be today.
No, I believe it's today. That's why he's so quiet. He's got some plans. Maybe it's a surprise party for us. Huh?
That's a good way to celebrate.
I tell you, I won't object.
Not at all, Brad. Okay, now we're back to the action. I think the umpire is just making his official schedule change, and we'll go back to the action as we take a look at Richardson, who's on first base.
My guy over there, that center field camera, looks like he's standing in a Christmas tree. That's the way the shot looks from here for us.
Yeah. This cameraman works really hard, Brad. I tell you, these guys should be commended. I mean, because they work hard, man.
Yeah, no pay. They're working for free. That pitch is low outside. Just kidding, guys. Just kidding. Low and outside. It's ball one to O.P. Cooper, the third baseman of the Grand Bahama team. Here's the pitch. That's a strike right down Broadway with the fastball comes around Wood. Wood in relief of Wood. And there's another Wood out there and another. Here's the set
I'm a,
and the pitch. Swing, and there's a shot to center field. Center field on his horse, it's into the gap. Trent Johnson will have to bring it back from the base of the fence. One run is in. Here comes the second run, and he will make it.
like I tell you, Brad, Opie
Lyndon
Cooper,
Richardson
unsung
scoring.
hero. After the 3-run shot today, he got striked out his second time, but now his first time up. But now he came back and really had a big clutch hit with 2 out, runners on first and second as he doubled both runners in. Opie Cooper told me earlier, say he's gonna hit a shot for his dad, and there it is.
Well, it's a 4-run 4th inning so far for Grand Bahama, and we still have 2 outs. And the inning isn't over because we've got the number 6 hitter in the lineup, Rafael Saunders, the second baseman, who sacrificed and knocked in a run in the first inning and singled in the third. Let's see what he does right here, right now against Teran Wood. Teran Wood, in relief of Brad Wood, comes to the set position. Here's the kick on the pitch. Fastball is hit foul, back to the screen and out of play. Runners at first and second, second base now. A runner at second base, that's the guy who just doubled to left center field. That's Opie Cooper. And Rafael Saunders, you know, you listen to the fans, and they expect you to get those hits for them. You know, they be down there, swing this bat,
man.
boy.
Yeah,
Hit this ball, boy. How you missed that?
Every trip, every trip.
There's the set and the pitch. Fastball stays high.
I think this Grand Bahama team now has been juvenated, and now they're leading 7-4. And I think these guys are thinking gold medal now.
Well, they can smell it. Wow, that fastball didn't miss by much. We're only in the 4th inning. This is the bottom of the 4th. Andros still have 9 more outs, and that could be an eternity.
Well, know the way the game is, Brad, I could agree with you.
3 more innings, you give them 3 more shots at you, and that can seem like an eternity.
One thing with baseball, Brad, the momentum have a tendency to change very quickly.
Well, there's a man at second base and 2 outs, 3 balls and a strike in the pitch. Walked him. Now runners at first and second.
I think Butler wants to kind of have a chat with his pitcher. I think what happened then was they crossed up each other on that particular pitch.
And that's not good.
No, as a catcher, you would want to know what your pitcher is going to throw. Or have an idea, I should say.
Cooper is the runner at second base, and the runner at first base right now is Rafael Saunders, setting up the 9th man to bat in this inning, and that's Kevin Wilkinson, the first baseman. And he gets a strike. Should Wilkinson reach, we'll go to the number 8 hitter. That'll be Carlton McIntosh. Here's the set by Wood in the pitch. Ball gets away, runners will move up a base. Cooper moves up to third. And Saunders moves up to second base.
I think Fred Papa Smith is concerned here. As you know, this is only 1 shot for the gold medal game. He's going to call timeout, go out there, have a talk with his pitcher and see what happens. Hey, Brad, you mentioned earlier about Wood coming out for Wood. You remember back in the 70s and the early 80s when Heineken's and Burners had the team with all the Woods?
Hey, that was a Wood stack team, huh?
Nuck Wood, Brad Wood, Dave Wood, Andre Wood, Star Wood, Blackers Wood. Remind me about basketball with the guys coming out of Bimini. One time they were playing basketball and Kirk Smith was calling the game. Kirk Smith say, what? Sorry, roll with a finger roll. I didn't roll out. What I tell you.
Kevin Wilkinson the pitch. Swing and a miss. He had a nice healthy cut there. He's 0 for 2 tonight.
I don't know what Fred
Actually,
Papa
0 for 1. He walked his first time up. He's 0 for 1.
I don't know what Fred Papa Smith told the pitcher, but he came back with a good 85 miles per hour fastball.
Probably just said, boy, throw strikes. It's Rand Wood looking in for the sign. Here's the set and the pitch. Just off the corner.
Yeah, Brad, we're having all kind of upset in baseball.
Well, we had one already. Swinging and a miss during the Bahamas games. You never expected Bimini to be pounded the way they have.
Oh, man.
That strike 3 of the inning is over. Well, Papa Smith, whatever he said, fired up to Rand Wood because it worked in the favor of Andros, if you can say that, on the defensive side anyway. Well, we've played 4 complete innings now from the Andre Rogers Baseball Stadium in the gold medal game in the 5th Bahamas games. It's Grand Bahama 7 and Andros 4. We're going to take it back to the studios right now. When we come back, a little more excitement in baseball. Fifth inning. 7. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead. I can hear you. You can hear it 8. I don't know what's happening. Hold on a second. Yeah, Siggy got it all tangled up. Yeah, it's a fence up at 8. Oh, okay. All right, we're going to the. Let me turn this down. I can hold this like this and talk. Could you turn Chris Saunders off for a second? Let me. Thank you. Okay, Andros batting here at the top of the 5th inning. They're trailing 7-4, just like that. They were cruising with a 4-3 lead, and all of a sudden Grand Bahama striking for 4 runs in the 4th inning, and now it's 7-4. And their leadoff hitter, Ali Bethel for Andros in the hole, 2 strikes, 0-2. Here's the pitch now from Fowler. Bounced it in there, it's 1-2. Well, earlier today, if you missed it, New Providence hammered Bimini 16-0. 16-1, sorry, the final score. In that game, 16-1, New Providence over Bimini. Felipe Sweeting got the win with 5 strikeouts over Lorenzo Carter. 9 runs in the 2nd inning for New Providence. That was over that early. 5 runs in the 5th. And that did end. There's a shot to shortstop. Shortstop down on his knees to make the catch. Right place, right time. Nice catch by Ricardo Roll. That's 1 down. Darrell Ranger had the only home run of the game. He scored 3 times. Darrell Ranger smashing a home run in that game for New Providence. Now the left-handed hitting Ramon Johnson, the first baseman of Andros, takes a strike on the inside corner just above the knees. We're playing for the gold right now at the Andre Rogers Baseball Stadium. Here's the young pitcher's delivery, swing and a miss. A healthy cut just now. Ramon Johnson trying to go downtown. 2 strikes. Here's the wind and here's the pitch. Swing and a miss with a curveball, struck him out.
Well, Brad, Fowler's just moving along right here. After going up 7-3, Fowler's getting in his groove. He's take care of the first 2 batters and just working along.
Well, he seems to be getting stronger now as the game goes on. And now he will deal with Andre Wood, who started out the game at second base. There's a pop-up on the left side of the infield. Nice catch by Cooper, the third baseman, for the out. The inning is over. And that's a little dangerous there. 1-2-3. Dangerous for Andros, going down 1-2-3 at the hands of Young Fowl and Grand Bahama. Grand Bahama with a 7-4 lead now as we go to the bottom of the sixth inning. Carlton McIntosh as well as Javier Bow and Ricardo Martin will all bat in that order in the bottom of the fifth inning for Grand Bahama. Talk about the competition of the Bahamas Games and the excitement it brings. Athletes basically stay very busy, you know. You expect to see through the course of the games, you know, a lot of the athletes at the malls and what have you, run into them all over the place. But actually, they're in so much competition, especially like in softball. They play every day. So many games in such a short space of time. 98 softball games, 58 basketball games.
Oh man,
98 basketball games.
I tell you, Brad, it's a toll on most of the athletes. But you know what? You got to tip your cap to these athletes because these guys had made a lot of preparation. They came down here and they're playing tremendous ball. I mean, well, some of them they lost, but like we say, that's not what it's all about. It's the camaraderie, the fun that you have, and all the excitement that it brings.
Well, Providence won the bronze medal, we told you this afternoon, beating Bimini. And right now it's between Grand Bahama and Andros for the gold and the silver.
What would have been more devastating to me than anything else if Bimini had beaten New Providence for the bronze medal? Then you would find that New Providence wouldn't have medaled.
Here's the pitch. That's a ball. It's Andros and Grand Bahama in baseball. Quite an historic night. When you look at this team, Andros, they've come a long way. As a matter of fact, though, if you speak to Jackie Wright, Fred Papa Smith, during the course of the warm-ups to the games, no doubt that they could beat anyone. That's the way he said. He said, we can beat anybody.
Yeah, I agree with him, too, because these guys have played very well.
Well, let's see how it goes right here. Duran Wood looking in for the sign, and here's the rock. No, he's going to step off now. The object of the game, in most cases, in every case, for pitcher in any way in particular, to get that first man out.
Oh yes, Brad. You would want your leadoff hit. You would want to get your leadoff hit if you're playing defense. It kind of set the trend for the inning. When your leadoff hitter gets on, you're digging a hole if you're on defense. And that's why you'll find that most of the better get-on hitters are leadoff hitters.
Well, there's strike three. Just rung him up. Colin McIntosh is rung up. And now the hitter will be Javier Bow, the catch of Grand Bahama. Let's see if he'll try to drop one here. Well, one thing is certain, this umpire is not going to call a strike because it hits the glove hard. That's for sure.
No, I think Sands have an idea of the strike zone, there's no doubt in my mind, and he's a good umpire. He's not intimidated by the fans. He doesn't rely on the reaction of the fans to determine whether it's a ball or a strike. He's just there. He set up his zone, and if the ball is in his zone, he calls it strike, which is something that an umpire should do.
Well, that's a ball and a strike now. One down. Number 14 hanging in there now. Let's try to see if he can scratch and claw his way on base. with 1 out. It's the top of the Grand Bahama hitting order here. They're leading 7-4. Their big inning was the 4th inning. That's strike 3.
I think Theron now has got his groove, believe it or not. After Papa Smith came out there and had a word with him, ever since he's been very effective on the mound.
Yeah, he's been grooving it all right. He's been right around that strike zone. He's been overpowering a couple hitters. Let's see what happens right here, right now. Here's the right-hander's pitch. Here's a strike with a fastball. Ricardo Martin, the hitter. Swing and a foul back this way and out of play. Caught the trees to slow it down a little bit.
Well, Brad, standing on deck is Ronaldo Roll, who I know Wood don't want to see tonight.
Especially in this situation, his team's
not at
got to
all.
come back.
This guy has been seeing the ball like a balloon all night.
Team already in a cave, got to dig its way out. Here's the pitch.
I think what Butler's doing is showing up the umpire. Rather than waiting
Catch
for
that
the
ball,
umpire
you
to
think
make
it's
a
a
call.
third strike and you run up the line, you are asking the umpire to try it again.
And some umpires will really take an exception to that.
Can't show up the ump, that's for sure. Teran Wood with 2 strikes on the hitter. 1 ball, 2 strikes, bases empty, 2 down in the 5th for Grand Bahama. They're leading 7-4. All right, let's see what happens right here now. And the pitch. High, hard one from Wood. Going way upstairs with that pitch. This has turned out to be quite a game. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. The pitch low and away, and he struck him out. So Wood, whatever Papa Smith told him worked. He shut the inning down a few minutes ago. This inning he strikes out the side, so he clearly understands what the manager said. Going into the 6th inning now. It's 7-4 in favor of Grand Bahama. And for Andros right now, it'll be Leslie Truck Johnson, Kevin Thompson, and then we go to the top of the hitting order in Jamal and Julian Johnson. I'm going to talk it over now. The umpires on the first base side. Spence Lyons out there giving him some entertainment, obviously. This Andros team have some good coaches. Pretty decent coaching from the Andros side. See, Spence Lyons is...
Yeah, Brad, Andros has Jackie Wright doing some coaching tonight. Fred Papa Smith, the old veteran that he is. And a lot of veteran players on this team, no doubt in my mind.
Well, we're going to the 6th inning right now, and we go to the bottom of the hitting order for Andros. Boy, do they need to get something going. It's 7-4 and time's running out.
I think it's getting kind of late here for Andros. They need to come up with something. If not, they'll find themselves with only 1 time to bat, being down 3 runs.
Well, that can be dangerous here if they don't score.
I think now that Fowler is leading the ball game, up 7-4, he's going to rely on that fastball to work for him. As you know, that's his bread and butter pitch. And when a pitcher gets up, he's going to throw a lot of fastball.
Well, let's see. There's a fastball for a called strike. Hey, you're spot on. Young Fowler looking in for the sign. Here's the swinging a ground ball on 2 hops. Third base, just foul.
Chuck Johnson taking his cut right there.
Leslie Truck Johnson. Kevin Thompson waits in the on-deck circle. Here's the wind. And the pitch. Hot shot ground ball to third. Fielded nicely by Cooper.
Man, like I tell you, Opie Cooper, one of the better infielders I've seen, whether he's on third base, second base, shortstop. This guy is smooth. He doesn't make much errors. He rely on his gun. He has a wonderful arm, a strong, accurate arm, as a matter of fact. And he's a complete infielder, if you were to ask me.
Kind of guy you want to have on your team. Well, we're going into the late innings now. Andros need to get something going. They're trailing 7-4. There's a high fastball. He's waiting. Here's a pitch. Low.
I think what Fowler needs to do here is concentrate on throwing strikes. If not, he'll find himself behind, maybe walking a bat or something.
Baseball gold medal style. There's a strike. And we're back here at the Andrew Rogers Baseball Diamond. We thank you for staying with us here at the Andrew Rogers Baseball Stadium. Those of you watching coverage of the Bahamas Games on Channel 13. Swing and a miss. We have one down for Andros. They're trailing 7-4. Kevin Thompson, the third baseman, the hitter now. The number 9 hitter in the Andros lineup. Then we go to the top of the order in Julian Pratt. Here's the wind and the pitch. Bounces it away. So did you get a chance to watch a lot of the Bahamas games is our question to you. We hope you did. I'm talking about live, actually in the stadium. Yeah, going into the stadium and hanging out with the fans, and should have done that at least once. With the family. Go out and take in some of the excitement of the 5th Bahamas Games. Whatever your sports thirst is at this time of the year. There's a call, strike 3. Rung him up. And this kid is getting strong as we go along. We're talking about the young kid Fowler. He is in cruise control right now. Andros and their veterans having problems. Now Julian Pratt, top of the hitting order for Andros. See the big pitch right there? He's just killing them with the off-speed stuff, and then he throws the hard pitch every now and then, and he throws that hard pitch high and inside and then low and away. And it's just been keeping these Andros batters off stride. There's the set and the pitch to Pratt. Here's the strike. He's hanging around that strike zone. Maybe telling you he's getting tougher as the innings go on. Pratt is in the box. There's the pitch to him. Didn't miss by much. Stare down by the pitcher Fowler, and here it comes. Oh, there's a line drive to right center field. That's headed for the alley. Going to be a tough play. The center fielder to cut it off. He'll cut it off and get it back in here in a hurry. I thought for sure Pratt may have had to. A solid single to right center. Off the bat of Julian Pratt. And now here comes the number 2 hitter in the lineup, Teron Wood. Made a great catch in center field. Comes in and relieves the pitch for Brad Wood, who started for Andros. So far, so good. Here's the set and the pitch with the runner at first, and it comes high. Grand Bahama just 4 outs away from securing a championship in the 5th Bahamas Games. This is the gold and silver medal championship game. Checks the runner over his shoulder. Here's the set. And the pitch from Fowler. There's a strike on the big breaking ball again.
Brad, like I tell you earlier, Fowler's in his groove now. He's up 7-4. And he's just rolling along with curveball working, using that fastball to get ahead on the count. Man, I think this guy right now is thinking gold medal from here on in.
Let's watch him. He's getting stronger, that's for sure. Left-handed hitting Teron Wood, who started out in center field, as I told you, then doing the pitching for Andros. There's the set and the pitch. Oh, that's a drive to right field. That's pretty well hit. Way back, and it's gone over the scoreboard and out of here. Teron Wood just hit one into the deep of night off Fowler, and the Androsians are going nuts. It's 7-6.
Well, Brad, Teron got a fastball on the inside part of the plate, and he turned on it and drilled it over the right field wall, and goodbye home run. Touch the ball, Teron, you're just going yard. Brad, this one is getting more exciting by the minute. The score now is 7-6.
What a swing by Teron Wood. I mean, he just lit up on that pitch, and obviously that was a fastball.
Brad, I don't know.
And Teron with a very, very hard swing and right on it. Just drove it out of here.
Brad, I don't know if we have the slow motion on that, but that was a picture perfect swing from a lefty. Teron Wood now put Andros within 1 run.
But I'll tell you this, if he'd hit it any harder, a couple more feet.
Might have hit it over by the softball stadium.
He might have hurt one of those players in the outfield for that New Providence game. That pitch is low and away to Andros' Kevin Hinsey, the DH. A 2-run shot.
Oh, Brad, it doesn't get much more exciting than this.
Andros right in this game at 7-6. That's on the inside corner for a called strike. Never seen such a happy bunch. Everybody came out of that dugout.
Oh, man, you got your fireworks, your good defensive plays, your top-notch pitching. Gold medal game, you're down 1 run. Andros, that is, finding a way to recollect himself. This young fellow, he's young, but boy, he got guts.
Here's the pitch. As Fowler stares in, it's coming now. Didn't miss by much.
It seems like Fowler didn't lose any heat. He's just a little wide high. He still has good velocity on the ball.
DH waits in the pitch. That's low.
I think what Champy needs to do here is to call a timeout and kind of recollect the team. I think Fowler's kind of wasting time right here trying to catch his breath. And this is when the first baseman comes over, You got to know your players to know exactly when you think they need a blow. I think Champy needs to come out right here.
Well, this is Brad Wood doing the hitting now, and he hits in that DH spot. After starting the game, pitched 3 2/3, and then he ended up at second base playing that position. And he wants to keep his team's hot streak going right here in the 6th inning because they're down still by a run. Here's the rock and the pitch by Fowler, right at the knees for a cold strike. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Brad Wood. He'll be followed by Dwight Butler, the catcher, the cleanup hitter. And Fowler back on top of that hill, staring down again for the sign. From his catcher, Javier Bo, and that one just missed.
I think Champy is going to make a trip to the mound. He has to. I think what is happening now is Fowler's a little shooken up, and Champy needs to get out there, call a timeout, and kind of bring his troops together and regroup. And that's exactly what he's doing right now.
Well, the manager coming out just now, just taking a second look over to the dugout on his way to the infield. In that third base coach's box, he looked back over his shoulder and says, I hope one of you guys are ready. Where's my bullpen? I don't see any activity over there at all on that left field side. So that probably is an indication that they're not going to really make a change right here. Just want to settle him down a little bit.
I think all Fowler needs is a blow right here. I know Champy has a lot of confidence in Fowler, and all Champy is trying to do is restill all that confidence back in Fowler. And he doesn't look tired or anything like that. He's a young kid. So there's no doubt in my mind he's just need to regroup, and from here on in it's just mental rather than physical.
Well, Brad Wood is the runner at first base, and the batter is Dwight Butler, the Androsian's leading hitter in the Bahamas games. Here's the pitch. A little high, it's ball 1. We've got a 1-run game here. We've got a tied game over the Churchill Tenanol softball stadium between Exuma and New Providence, and they're tied at 3. Yeah, and they're down to the wire, I understand. That pitch is just a little outside.
I just might have to go and pinch hit over there.
Yeah, I bet you will. I bet you will.
Well, I know the Heat is probably on his game tonight. Nothing from nothing, leave nothing. That's what the Heat would say when he's starting to pitch.
Yeah, well, here's the pitch by Fowler, and there's something cooking here. That's low outside. That's 3 balls. You're pitching carefully to the cleanup hitter, Dwight Butler. You would in this situation. And Wood is at first base, Brad Wood.
I think Fowler is trying all he can to regroup himself and get back in the game and throw some strikes, but he's just missing the strike zone right now.
Here's the set, though, and the pitch. There's a strike.
Oh, that's a big pitch. That's a big pitch for the right-hander. Fowler.
This kid is a strong, I mean, he can hit the ball a mile. They have to be very careful here. And the pitch. That's ball 4.
I think Champy's going to make that change right now. See, the thing is, you're in a 1-game situation, 1 game for the gold medal. You don't have, there's no tomorrow. You don't have a second chance. So what you don't want to do is, you don't want to take a chance.
We need to find out who they're going to bring in now, but they want some activity in that bullpen. They're going to get something going over there and bring in a new pitcher anyway.
Oh, Brad, it's getting more exciting by the second, Brad.
It's 7-6, that's the score.
And Andros got runners on first and second.
And they're trailing Grand Bahama by a run with 2 down here in this 6th inning. Well, they're bringing in a new pitcher now.
Brad, like you mentioned earlier, across the street, score deadlocked at 3-3, Exuma at New Providence. Oh boy, Bahamas game. It doesn't get much bigger than this. Baseball at its best. Next door we got softball at its best.
Now that looks like the shortstop Ricardo Roll warming up.
Well, Ricardo Roll has shown me all night that he got game. This guy is 3 for 3. He made about 3 solid good defensive plays.
He had a 2-run shot.
A 2-run shot, a double, and an RBI single into center field. And now here it is. He said, "Coach, give me the ball."
Yeah, these guys, they're not going to do it for you. Let me finish it. Well, Andros wants to finish him off here in this inning if they can. Roll looks in for the sign. Here's the pitch. There's a strike on the inside corner.
And the scouting report on Ronaldo is that Ronaldo has a good slider. Where did he get that from? A curveball and a relatively good fastball.
First and second are your bases that are occupied. Swing and a miss and an off-speed pitch.
What do you believe it? This guy has more pitches than Leroy Thompson.
Well, he came in and threw 2 quick pitches. And the chanting begins. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss and a off-speed pitch out of the strike zone.
Hey.
And Ali Bethel upset with himself when he strikes out for out number 3. So Andros makes some noise in the 6th inning, but they come up a run short. It's 7-6 in this gold medal run in the 5th Bahamas Games here at the Andre Rogers Baseball Stadium. That's where we are right now, going to the home half of the 6th inning. Grand Bahama coming to bat, and they're leading by a run, 7-6 over Andros.
Well, Brad, if you ought to ask me right now who my player of the game would be, there's no doubt in my mind. I wouldn't even give it a second thought. Ronaldo Roll has demonstrated to me that this guy is for real. I mean, offensively, defensively, I can't stop talking about it because I'm impressed. I wonder if the scouts are down there. Where the scouts are at?
I know one thing, boy. They're scouting, but what they're doing is scouting in the stands, that's for sure. We're going to take a break here, send it back to the studios. But when we come back here, we'll give you some more excitement from baseball because we'll be down the stretch now as it's a 7-6 game in favor of the Grand Bahama team over Andros. Still some time to go. That was Jamal Johnson, eh?
This is Jamal. This is a home run.
We hear all the noise over there just there. Huh? New Providence.
Yeah. Yeah, they just scored.
We have a new player going out there. Let me find. That's why I wanted him numbers, man. Who's number 21? Right fielder coming out.
Huh?
Right fielder's coming out. Ali Bethel is out. See Papa down there. Let's ask Papa, man. Ask Papa who that is in center.
Huh?
Papa. Hey, Papa. Huh? You need to know who that center field? Who's the center field? What is this here?
That's Bookie. Boogie, who that is in center? Bubba. Bubba Trammell. Thanks. Bubba Smith.
Okay, we go to the bottom of the 6th inning now for Grand Bahama. They're nursing a 1-run lead. It's 7-6 as we speak here on this beautiful night for the gold medal championship game in the 5th Bahamas Games here at the Andre Rogers Baseball Stadium. Grand Bahama with their leadoff hitter in this inning. This little guy who's been so troublesome tonight for Andros.
Boy, I tell you, Brad, this
Ricardo
guy,
Roll. He's homered, a deep 2-run home run
this
in the
guy
first
has
inning.
demonstrated
Singled
that
and then doubled and knocked in another run.
he knows something nobody else does.
And he's now pitching. He started out at short, just came in relief, and he did a wonderful job. That pitch is high. The fastball is high. It's a
And
ball
he's
of 2
only
strikes.
about 5'7", 5'8"
It's ball 4, beg your pardon.
or so. 140, maybe 150, 160.
Ball 4 to number 20. The relief pitcher for Grand Bahama. He's the runner at first base right now. And now Grand Bahama trying to get something cooking here with that 1-run lead, 7-6. Ricardo Roll is on.
I think what's going to happen here, they're going to have Ivan Saunders bunting.
Oh, you at the bunt thing again, huh?
You want to put that run in scoring position. That's a big run.
Well, we'll see. There's a strike. All right, here's the set. Andrew Woods is going to step off. Teran Woods going to step off the rubber for the time being with that runner at first base. Nobody out, and Grand Bahama trying to put some insurance runs on the board here in their half of the 6th inning. Here's the pitch. That's a strike call.
Ivan Saunders seems to be looking for a particular pitch and didn't get it.
Well, he's taking all the way there. I don't know. It's strike 2. He's got to be ready to do something here. Push that run into scoring position. They need some insurance.
I think Ronaldo might just decide to steal that base.
Here's the pitch. Wow, that one didn't miss by much.
Oh,
right in the
boy.
area.
Umpire Sands with those eagle eyes.
Just a fraction of an inch off the plate, if anything.
All the Andros dugout is just shouting, "Hey, Mr. Umpire."
What do we have to do to get a strike in here, huh? It's 7-6 in favor of Grand Bahama. They want the goal.
Well,
But then so does this Andros team after New Providence has been dumped out of the gold medal hunt. They won today, by the way, in that bronze medal game. You remember? 16-1. Those kind of games put you to sleep.
yeah, the thing is, I think New Providence, after not being able to play for the gold medal, was so upset that they take it out on Bimini. And Bimini was kind of lucky to be able to play for the bronze medal because Bimini didn't show me too much. I think the Bimini team...
They struggled.
Yeah, they struggled straight through. They need to regroup and maybe come again. I figured that Micah would have been in that, but then Micah lost a couple of good close games and it cost them in the long run.
Well, we see the wild pitch going back to the backstop there, and the runner moves up to second base. Bimini just struggled in most of their games, and I mean, got pounded in the opening day, and then they just found it very difficult to regroup and get back in the run. And just not an impressive team, I guess. And the thing about it is, you know, they've been lovers of baseball and they've had some good ones come up through that system.
Oh yeah, for sure, Brad. And the Bimini fans were out here supporting Bimini straight through.
Well, this is a check swing grounder right to the pitcher. Throw to first base. You've got the out there. The throw back to third is not in time. One down, a run at third base, though. More importantly, that insurance run, Grand Bahama can get that home with a ground ball on the right side, a fly ball that's deep enough.
Yeah, you see the top roller in slow motion. The pitch around Wood off the mound.
You have to barehand this ball, but he picks it up with his glove.
You know, he had time to maybe check the base run at second, but he didn't. And as a result, Ronaldo will move up. Now they're going to intentionally walk Lyndon Richardson.
What would you do?
Well, that's a good strategy. What you want to do is you want to hope for the double play up the middle, or you got a guy like Opie Cooper coming up.
He's a tough guy to double up.
Well, you got good speed. These guys get good speed. I wouldn't be surprised if Lyndon doesn't steal second in this situation.
We'll see. Here's the pitch. Check to swing with a called strike anyway.
Lyndon Richardson, if you don't pay no attention to him, he's gone.
Here's the pitch. Fastball swing and a miss. Wood just challenging him just now. 2 strikes on the hitter. And the good look there at Teran Wood, who started the game in center field, as I told you, but came in relief of Brad Wood. Here's the set, the kick, and the pitch. Fastball high and away.
On that particular pitch, Wood was so easy to balking because I don't think he came to a complete stop. But the coaches are not arguing about it.
Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Big strikeout for Wood. Tough out for Grand Bahama. Out number 2, and they need that run at third base. They need it badly just for insurance. Andros down by 1 in the gold medal run.
As you see, Opie taking his big cut. Hope he doesn't rob himself out of anything. That's a big strikeout for Teran Wood right there, Brad. So, in essence, almost the intentional walk paid off.
Rafael Saunders will be the hitter now. Knocked in a run in the first inning with the sacrifice fly, and then he singled in the third, walked in the fourth. 1 for 1. There's a pitch outside for a ball.
Thinking ahead, Brad, you look to see guys like Jackie Wright and all those veteran guys swinging a bat in the dugout.
Maybe even Papa.
Papa would probably. I think Papa
Maybe
got
not
what
in
it
this
takes.
one.
Papa got what it takes right now to come up and make contact with this kind of pitching.
I'm sure. You have that, you rarely lose that. He still plays softball and hits it pretty good.
Old timers, yeah. I think Papa could come up right now and maybe make contact, get a sacrifice fly, or probably maybe even get a hold of one.
We'll see. Here's the pitch. That's wishful thinking, low and outside. Well, maybe not so far-fetched after all. I mean, he's there. He's in uniform. Who knows?
Right.
This is for the gold. Hey, listen, we've got to pull out all the stops.
All the marbles.
There's the set and the pitch. There's a strike.
I see all the curving. Colmo getting up, swinging a couple of bats. They got Bookie over there in the dugout, too. Who knows? Bookie might decide to swing a bat in this.
Here's the pitch. There's a pop-up on the right side. Second baseman is there. He's got room. Still going out. Backtracking, makes the catch. Oh, he made that an adventure out there, but he's got it for the third out of the inning. And believe it or not, Andros dodging the bullet.
Well, Brad, this is where it's all at right now. This is the moment of truth.
Well, I'll tell you what, Grand Bahama can feel it. They're up by a run. Here's that pop-up now. Off the bat of Rafael Saunders. It hits the right side of the infield. The second baseman of the Andros team right there waiting, Brad Wood, out on the grass, just waiting for that thing to come on down. Squeezes it for the out. And there's a shot from that third base dugout where Grand Bahama occupies that. They're hitting the field right now, and they realize what's at stake here. A gold medal, 3 outs stand between them and a gold medal, and they really, really knew that they weren't factored in, but they knew.
That's all they need
coming
right
in
now. 3-1.
To the Bahamas games. I know they're not even talking about us in the championship, but we'll be right there. They're talking about Bimini, and they're talking about New Providence and this Andros team, and But we'll show them. And Micah was expected to do much better as well, but they had their fair share of problems too.
Well, Micah, I think the first thing that happened to Micah is they fell short with their pitching. The pitching didn't hold up. They were up by about 6-7 runs, and they came back and lost that game, and it went over to the other game that they played, and they find themselves being in the hole, losing momentum, and as a result, right now they're probably thinking about which flight they could catch tomorrow morning.
Well, we'll see about that. In the 7th inning, number 8 will lead it off for the Andros team. This churchyard crab crawling, huh? The worst Andros can do is a silver medal. That in itself is an accomplishment.
A big one.
Grand Bahama, gold medals, nothing new, but in baseball it would be.
Definitely.
Right-handed hitting. Ali Bethel, the right fielder, who bats in the number 5 position, looks at a curveball for a called strike.
Brad, not trying to take you away from this exciting game, but I just got some information that New Providence just nipped Exuma 4-3.
Wow.
Behind a home run by Jamal Johnson, I understood.
Ah, the son of Truck Johnson, who plays right here on this Andros team.
That's right. We just saw it came over the wire on our internet.
Matter of fact,
services.
Truck will bat in this inning. Yeah, we saw it on the internet.
What can I say?
This Andros
ZNS,
team.
we cover, nothing covers the sun. Nothing covers the Bahamas better than the sun like ZNS.
Swing and is a foul. This guy can hit the ball a mile if he can make contact. On deck. Scheduled to be Ramon Johnson next. There's a shot that's hit deep. Way back, and it is gone. A home run, and Andros just tied the game.
Holy cow, Brad. It doesn't get any bigger than this. Kervin Calmer, who was sitting in the dugout all night long, just came up and hit a towering shot to left field to tie this ball game. Oh, mercy.
That was a tremendous swing,
And Kervin is all pumped up.
now I thought the one that was hit by the shortstop of the Grand Bahama team, Ricardo Roll, was high and deep to left field and along that line. That one just stayed fair, and it took maybe a little prayer to keep it fair as well, but boy, oh boy.
Kervin Calmer just
There's
hit
that
one into
shot.
Yellow Elder.
Man, and watch, he stood up and watched it go like Reggie Jackson.
He just hit that one into Yellow Elder. I hope it didn't break up any house, any
better
of
be
those
wearing-
houses in the back there.
You'd better be wearing a helmet in the back there for sure if you're outside.
Kervin Calmer. I know he wouldn't sleep for a week now.
Wills, he knew it was gone. And that whole that first base dugout just erupted with excitement just now. And that's how these games are. The excitement of the game
Brad,
down to the last out.
you don't want to
never
set
out.
up better than this.
It's never an out until you make that play, baby.
You got, now you got the score tied 7-7, 7 inning. And one run could mean the ball game.
And Truck Johnson at the plate. And he might have gotten whiffed of what his son just did. Who knows?
Unbelievable.
That's tied the score at 7. That solo shot.
Oh, man, I tell you, Brad, it doesn't get any bigger than this. It's no more excitement than we anticipated. We knew it would have been like this.
Truck Johnson, right-handed hitter, is at the plate. He waits in the 7-7 tie. It's outside. Boy, it's amazing. Your gold medal hopes dashed with one swing of the bat.
But you know what? Grand Bahama could hold their head up high because they got one more time to bat.
This is top of the 7th inning. There's a strike.
And like Chicken Aubrey would say, it ain't over until it's over.
We'll see. We shall see.
Oh, man, I tell you.
7-7 tie in the 7th inning, and the pitch. Got him on the outside corner. Cole, strike 3, and I don't know. Truck strikes out and politely rests the helmet and the bat right at the plate where he was rung up.
I know Truck is upset now with the plate umpire. He thought the ball was a little high and outside. Now you see how important that insurance run became, the walk, the intentional walk to Lyndon Richardson.
Well, they're 2 down now.
As you see the strikeout by Truck, who didn't believe the pitch, but it looked pretty good to me. As our cameraman showing a little fancy work over there. I tell you, these guys are on the job, taking care of B-I-Z.
Kevin Thompson, the third baseman of the Andros team, now at the plate. Here's the kick and the pitch. Low and outside.
But you know what, Brad?
That pitch to Cabo was just, I mean, served on a silver platter.
I think there's nothing in this world is more sweeter winning a championship or a gold medal than winning it the last time at bat, and you could just run out of that dugout and run on the field when someone scores the winning run.
Are you setting something up here for Grand Bahama? Swing and a foul.
No,
it's back out of play.
I'm just saying the kind of a victory that it would be. I think a three-out, getting the last three-out victory. Oh yeah, it's sweet. Any victory is sweet, but I think it will be much sweeter knowing that you're running on the field after the last out. After.
Fastball didn't miss by much. Wow, that was close.
You're scoring a run and running on the field for championship.
Young Fowler's been in this game, and now the shortstop's taken over. There's a hot shot to short. Oh, through the glove of the shortstop. Throw to first base. Not in time. Runner's safe.
The shortstop made a good recovery, but wasn't able to make a stronger throw to get the runner. And I think he would be charged with an error, as you see it in slow motion.
Ground ball should have been fielded. The shortstop, I mean.
I think what he did was took his eyes off the ball.
It took kind of long to get set for that ball coming in.
I know P. Cooper, the shorthand that he is, I was thinking go to score one run. There we see it again. Our cameraman getting fancy on us. Hey, there you go.
Julian Pratt is the hitter now. And the 7-7 tie and the run for gold. And we are right in the middle of it for you on Channel 13. Here's the set and the pitch. There's a looper to right, and there for a base hit. The runner will stop at second base.
Oh man, Julian continues to make contact, getting the clutch base hit to keep the inning going.
All he wanted to do was make contact.
For Teron Wood. Now here's the stage set. Run on first and second. Teron Wood.
He blasted a home run his last time up.
Who had a towering home run over
to
the
right field.
Fence.
Had those guys at the Churchill Dillon Old Stadium running for cover. Let's see what he does here with 2 on, 2 of his teammates on, and they need a run badly with 2 down. In a 7-7 tie, he looks at a strike on the inside corner right at the knees.
I don't think Ricardo's going to throw him a fastball. I think he was going to get a steady diet of curveball right here.
Well, let's see what happens. A base hit here could score a run and put the Andros team ahead, and a run for the gold. Here's the pitch. Low, bounce away from the catcher. Runner will be trying for third. Throw to third on one hop. He is dead meat at third base.
He never reached third base. What a recover by the catcher. Heads up and got him out to third base. I think that could be a momentum swing right there.
Make it 2-5.
Here we see it in slow motion. The catcher tries to block it in front of him. Get rid of that mass. Spotted the ball right away. Saw the runner going to third base. Came up firing. And the veteran third baseman.
Thompson is lumbering in there.
Blocked the whole bag as you see it, Brad. See the way he blocked the bag?
And he can't get in there. He's trying to get around the leg of the third baseman there.
Oh, what a play by the
Kevin
third
Wilkinson
baseman.
wouldn't let him in.
Kevin Wilkinson. I know the people in Freeport now are going, in Grand Bahama, now are going up, down. Let's go, Grand Bahama.
Well, it's 7-7 now as we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Andros with a golden opportunity in that inning to take the lead. But right now, they have to be thinking defense. Let's just play defense. That's Fred Papa Smith right there now, walking towards the first base dugout saying, guys, don't run ourselves out of the inning. That was the winning run there. You don't have to take that chance. The ball was too close to the catcher. Didn't bounce far away enough, but of course you can say that after the fact.
Yeah.
But you want to get that guy as closer to home as possible. You can see Fred Papa Smith really upset there with his team. But that's okay. This is a veteran team, this Andros baseball team, and sending a message to the rest of the Bahamas Games competitors in the baseball division anyway, that, hey, listen, we're for real. And if you want to do it again, think about us in the ratings next year when you do your rankings. Think about us in the next Bahamas Games. That's for sure.
There you go, Brad.
2003.
Brad, are you thinking right here extra innings?
I'm thinking it. I can see it. It depends on how well this pitching holds up for Andros. See that pitch there? Inside.
Well,
and that catcher looking to third base. I'll tell you what, though, that play, that they were not going to concede that run as easy as that. They wanted to get that runner, and you can see the catcher knew what he was going to do with the ball right away. As soon as he got a whiff of where the ball was, he was going to third base.
And one of the things Fred Papa Smith always teaches younger players, you never make the third out to third base or to home plate.
Mind you, a quicker runner would have made that.
Yeah, I think he got a slow start. I don't think he was running on the pitch. What happened was he wanted to see how far the ball was away from the catcher.
Well, that pitch is high.
I think Champy's strategy right here is to take a lot of pitches. You want to take a lot of pitches and make the pitcher work.
Well, Kevin Wilkinson, the batter right now, walked fly to center and struck out. Here's the pitch. High. Now Grand Bahama trying to get their leadoff man on base and see if they can win the gold in the bottom of the 7th inning. This is what you pay to come and watch. Exciting baseball at the Andre Rogers Baseball Stadium.
I know all the people in Grand Bahama are glued to their seats watching Channel 13.
Let's see how
nowhere to go.
Andros counters here with some kind of strategy. They want that lead runner, I know. Papa Smith says, come on over. He's beckoning to his third baseman. He says, I want you in on this too. We've got a run on first base. That's a winning run.
Well, knowing Papa Smith, I guess he's strategizing now. What are we going to do with the bunt? If we have a play at second base, we're going to shout out second base. If we don't have a play, let's just get the easy out and maybe try and go for a strikeout or see how it goes from there.
Well, look at it this way. Grand Bahama, just one run away from winning the gold in baseball. And that's quite an accomplishment here at the Bahamas Games. That pitch is on the outside corner for a called strike. A lot of people are saying, and of course just speculation, we're not even talking from the statistician standpoint, that it's going to be very difficult for Grand Bahama to repeat. That ball is butted in the air and it's going to be fouled and out of play. Good hands by one of the fans.
Hilton Bolag.
Not good enough in his hands, and he dropped it, but he's a ball player. So he wasn't afraid of that one coming over there at all.
Not at all. Brad, I think one of the things that Lonzo Champy Pratt did is allow the hitter to take a strike. Now he finds himself in the hole, but maybe he just might make contact here and get a big hit.
That's a ball. Laid off. Carlton McIntosh waiting for the pitch. Here it is. Low and outside.
Well, Brad, it doesn't get any bigger than this. All the excitement.
Filled with excitement, for sure. Here's the set, the kick, the pitch. Swing and a miss and a tip, as a matter of fact, into the glove of the catcher. for the out. So Carlton McIntosh strikes out to start the 7th inning.
I think what Grand Bahama did here, they was able to get the leadoff runner on, and they didn't play it the fundamental way. You don't want to take a strike before you bunt. You want to bunt the runner down, and that's what Grand Bahama did not do right away. All the fans.
See what happens here.
All the fans are looking around. If you're pulling for Grand Bahama, you don't have anywhere to go.
There's the pitch.
If you're pulling for Andros, don't go nowhere.
I'll tell you, the fans that came in to see the game tonight here just, I mean, stuck it out. They knew this one was going to be a dandy, and it surely is.
You couldn't ask for nothing more, Brad. You got 7-7 in the 7th inning.
7-7. The ball is bunted on the first base side and foul. 2 strikes, 1 down. Andros. What more would you like than an extra inning game for the gold medal, huh? Just like to turn my watch back a couple hours and say, hey, get home before midnight. It's right around 12:27 thereabouts. Here's the set. Now he's going to step off for a second. Batter steps out of the batter's box.
I think what Chappie's going to try and do right here is a hit and run, which wouldn't be too of a bad move.
Javier Bo is the hitter. The catcher for Grand Bahama. Playing for the gold medal. The loser wins the silver. But it's nothing like the gold medal, I tell you.
I wouldn't want the silver. If I'm playing for the gold, but
Now Friday morning, here's the pitch. Butted out right in front of the pitching mound. Throw to first base. They got the out there now. I'll tell you what, Wood had a notion to go to second base.
but no one was there. I think what Chappie did was caught them off guard with that bunt to get the runner down to second base, and you can win yourself a gold medal with a base hit.
1 base hit away from a gold medal for Grand Bahama right now. And I'll tell you what, Wood is thinking, I got to shut him down here and let's go into extra innings. It's 7-7 in the 7th inning. 2 outs, runner at second base. That runner is Kevin Wilkinson. He represents the winning run, the gold medal for Grand Bahama. Right there at second base with 2 outs. On top of the hitting order now for Grand Bahama and Ricardo Martin.
Brad, it doesn't get any more exciting than this.
High and inside with a fastball. It's 1-0.
I think Wood want to get together with his catcher because it seems like he's trying to give the catcher some instructions as to what pitches to call.
Well, Wood looking in, staring that catcher down. Here's the pitch. Right on the outside corner with a fastball. It's a strike. There's the set and the pitch. There's a line drive, base hit to right field. This might do it for Grand Bahama. Right fielder falls down. Here comes the winning run. Grand Bahama with the gold medal at the Bahamas Games 2001.
There you go, Brad. You got Grand Bahama just scored the winning run. For Ricardo Martin's base hit to right field. I know Grand Bahama now is blowing all the car horns, the bus horns. Holy cow, it doesn't get more exciting than this. Bottom of the 7th, 2 out.
There's that swing by
Martin.
By Martin right there, a sharp hit to right field.
Ronaldo Martin.
We know the right fielder had a tough time trying to make this play, falling down on the play, bringing it back in. No chance. No chance.
I hope he's
Grand
not the son
Bahama.
of Cal Martin. Back in 8 Mile Rock, all the car horns are blowing. Holmes' Rock, even as far as West End. Grand Bahama just won the goal.
A solid single to right field, scoring Kevin Wilkinson, who was just sacrificed to second on that bunt by Javier Bow. So all of them played a key role in helping Grand Bahama win the title. The gold medal belongs to Grand Bahama. The silver goes to Andros. Nothing to hang their heads about. They lined up and congratulated each other. I remember I saw this team play the first game in the Bahamas Games this year, and I said, boy, this group of guys, they're just sticking together. They look like a good unit. And you see them gathering on the mound right now to celebrate here at the Andre Rogers Baseball Stadium, and understandably so. They've won the gold medal over Andros in this long, hard struggle in baseball. Over the past few days, it was anybody's game. Bimini and New Providence having their fair share of struggles. We knew that they had a chance. Micah had a chance. None of them really playing up to potential, and what happened was they opened the door for this experienced Andros team. We utilized the draft system very keenly. And Grand Bahama, of course, very confident group, stayed together, and that's how they play baseball. And you see the celebration continues here at the Andre Rogers Stadium. The gold medal belongs to none other than Grand Bahama. And we're going to get a chance of just a short moment here with one of the heroes of tonight's ball game for Grand Bahama. And we're gonna take it back to the studios for just a second, and we'll come back here at the Andre Rogers Baseball Stadium to wrap it up for you.
Turn the chairs round, Brad. Turn the chairs back on the other side. Go closer to him, Brad.
Hold on, let me get rid of some of these wires. All right. Yeah. Where? I don't know. Where is it? You had one here. Oh, haha. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. All right.
Brad, bring your chair around some more.
It's on. It's on. It's on. You got batteries in it?
Brad,
It's on.
bring your chair around some more.
Okay, I'm talking in a mic now. Is it all right? Hold on a second. I'm talking into it now. You can hear it? You getting anything from this? You getting anything? You want me to use the cordless?
1, 2, 3, 4,
Use the cordless?
7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Pick up a little loud. Pick up a little loud.
Right.
Pick up a little loud. Go ahead. No. Don't push it back up.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Is the audio check okay? Is the audio check okay?
We all right? We're doing all right? I'm gonna use this. No? I don't want to use the cordless.
Mario. You can't hold the cordless.
I can't hold it. Forget it.
Use your headset. Go to your headset.
All right, Bella. What's happening? We'll fight like a bunch of warriors, man.
Brad, cut the cut.
Sorry. You got a game-winning hit, right? Whew. Yeah. Okay, I got it on. I'm just gonna use this one.
Put the cord in the back of your
All right, I got it. Yeah. Okay, gotcha, man. I gotcha. The guy sitting beside me is Ricardo Roll, right? It's
Yeah.
Ricardo Roll.
Don't watch the TV.
All right. And then we also have Ricardo Martin. You can do him?
Look at
Yeah. Hey. No, he doesn't.
Brad.
What are we gonna do?
Come forward.
All right.
You come.
All right. Okay.
No. Sorry, it's that way.
Right. Okay. Are we okay?
Come on.
We all right now? What about? Can we do another interview, or we only can do him?
We have the other person here.
Huh? Yeah, we'd like to do him as well.
Two here, man. Mario.
What are we gonna do?
We have two here that want.
All right.
Huh? Use the wireless for the second one.
Okay. Now yeah. When we gonna do that and how? Just let me know. Just let me know how you can pull him in.
Mario, when you gonna bring the second one in?
No, you know other chair. No.
Yes. Another chair here. There's another chair here.
Make it off. Make sure it's off, or make sure it's on.
We have another chair.
Yeah.
We have another chair, Mario.
He just turned.
He just turned.
Yeah. Okay. So listen here. You want me to keep this mic off?
Give him the mic.
Just so. Yeah. This is the mic. Just hold it. I'll keep it on.
Give it a quick check.
Just hold it.
Come on.
Well, I talk about heat. We had enough heat here to last us for the rest of the year, as Grand Bahama did what they had to do, scrapped and clawed, and they came up with the victory, came out with the gold medal. And this guy, Ricardo Roll, sitting next to me, is a hero in every sense of the word. Good job tonight, guy.
Thanks.
What what went through your mind? You started out at shortstop tonight.
Well, I know Anthony Fox was going to start the game, and I stayed in short, and I know that in late innings, if he ran into trouble, I would have to come in. But basically, I know that once we swing our bats, get hits, and hit the ball, we could pull this one off.
Now, you guys had some disappointing moments in the Bahamas games. What was the toughest game for you in terms of, because you had 2 losses, was it?
Yeah.
Okay. Which one of those were most disappointing for you?
Well, I think the one against Bimini, I think it was a hurtful one for us because we played. I think I pitched well, but our bats didn't come around.
But you guys got a very young team.
Yeah, we play together, so we have like chemistry.
Your team never gave up. Looked so confident from day one when you came into the competition here, the 5th Bahamas Games. You started out tonight playing shortstop. They told you got to come in and throw.
Yeah.
I mean, is that a regular thing for you?
Well, pitching, yeah, is a regular thing. But I never thought I would have to come in because we had the lead. Like, we were up 3. But I knew that when Calvin Fowler went into trouble, he gave up 2 runs. I know they were going to call on me.
Now, what was that pitch that you hit? That's what I want to know.
Well, I think it was a fastball inside, if I can remember.
And you hit that ball 1.5 miles.
Yeah.
How'd you feel?
It felt great.
You guys are going to go home and celebrate now. What do you think your people are saying that back there in Grand Bahama
Well,
now?
I hope they're proud of us.
You guys gave it a good shot tonight. I want to say congratulations.
Thanks.
Ricardo Roll, he's one of the guys, one of the instruments involved in winning that gold medal for Grand Bahama. But the main man that did the damage was a gentleman called Ricardo Martin, and we're going to talk to him in just a second right here, right now, as a matter of fact. We're going to give him a shot right now as we get him seated with us here. Right now. There you go. And he's sitting right here. As you can see, they're still talking down here at the park. Andros and, of course, Grand Bahama lining up. We're going to have the, let's see, we have the medal presentations down there right now as we speak, just behind me down on the field. But Ricardo, this is the second half of that Ricardo combination, top of the order. That was quite a base hit.
Yeah, it was. It was, I mean, like I was saying, it's pressure. You either feel it or you don't. And I just wanted to come through for my team.
Yeah, but you had pressure on you all night.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I started out with a double to lead off the game, and then came back with 2 strikeouts. I mean, he threw me sliders away. But I mean, this game you just got to battle and keep battling, and somewhere, somehow, something's going to break for you.
Last time at bat, what were you thinking? You got a run in scoring position, 2 down, your last at bat. You knew that you didn't want to go extra innings. What did he throw you?
Threw me a fastball away.
And that's, you lit up.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I mean, I knew I wasn't hitting anything away all night. And with his speed, that's basically what he was going to try to do. I guess thinking I was going to pull off. But That was my whole intention the whole time. I just wanted to push the ball to the right side.
I wanted to ask both you and Ricardo Roll, were they taking you a little lightly?
I don't think they took us lightly, but I mean, after beating Nassau twice to get to the gold medal round, they came in with a big boost, a big energy burst, and it's something that's hard to take away from a team that played so well to get there.
You guys stuck together all the way through.
Yeah, most of us on this team play together at home, but the other guys, they were so intricate to the whole part of it that when we fit the whole team together, that we were able to put together a winning team.
What do you want to say to the people back in Grand Bahama?
I just hope those guys are proud of us. That it's been a long time coming. We waited 3 long years for this.
Well, let me tell you something. I'm sure they stayed up late to watch this one.
I hope so.
And congratulations again.
Thank you much, sir.
Well, let me tell you, we're going to have a look at that play that we're talking about. This is the gentleman at the plate right now, Ricardo Martin, with the runner at second base. And you see that pitch outside there. He hits it hard to right field, right where he wanted. And the right fielder had no chance at this. Runner leaving, of course, running on the pitch. And the right fielder, I mean, in desperation, trying to get the ball back in. You didn't get a chance to see that because you were probably so happy when it left your bat.
Yeah.
Good job again. Grand Bahama, key situation, bottom of the 7th inning. That's the way you'd want to win a gold medal here in the Bahamas game. The 5th edition is winding down. We're getting back to the studios right now. I want to thank you for joining us tonight on our broadcast here on Channel 13 from the Andros Rogers Baseball Stadium. I want to say thanks again to Ricardo and Ivan Francis, my co-host tonight from baseball. Once again, the gold medal goes to Grand Bahama. Andros will settle for the silver. Good job, guys, man. Good job.
Thank you, sir.
You tell me you can't talk to me after that. You gotta talk to me now. Let's go, let's go, baby. Boy, there's so much way as much as me. She's getting sweet by something. She's getting sweet now. catch up. Hey, catch up. Let's go, guys. Kyvan Wilkinson. Coach. Launch roll. Launch roll. Hey, coach, you better get yours. Alonzo Pratt. Yours truly, the director. I'll say you want some. I'll say actually. Absolutely. Hey, why they win the goal? They too fresh. They too nasty. Ladies and gentlemen, we live on this trophy goes to the major contributor to the baseball program of the games. I can get one of them. And the winner of this MVP award from the island which has given us the Western Move. The Western Move. The International Bazaar. Absolutely. Alukaya. Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, the name is Rod Ray. Hello, volunteers. Champion! Oh, yeah. Yes, thank you. No, he's here, but one of the players
I have a setup right now. I have a setup. Just set up a tray.
Thank you. I need two. As many as right here. I need a two. As many as right here because 21. All of these are yours. So I just need to. Excuse me. Excuse me, you getting gray, man. Ain't nobody got no time for you and your thing. All I need to do is hold it just like that. Very good, Jay. Thank you, Frank. Frank, you are lovely. I don't need it. I told him this time my heart started to here. I look up and up. Me and Jimmy look up and up. We done been to it. Let me see this so much here. Yeah, bring it up. Bring it up a little bit more.
Like that?
And that's what I got to hold here. I need to get him the bronze.
You got it?
Hold on.
That goal is for Grand Bahama injured player.
That's gold, bronze, and silver. 12. Oh, you know about the ribbon?